The sun is beating down on the asphalt plains. 40,000 horses pulling on the reins. I can feel the rumble in the hollow of my chest. Today we put the metal and the spirit to the test. Mechanics in the pit with the grease on their hands. A sea of colors rising in the crowded stands. A green flag drops and the world goes blurred. The loudest thunder that you ever have heard. It's a high-speed chase for a crown of gold. Stories of the legends that have yet to be told. Banked on the edge where the rubber meets the bone. Fighting for the lead and the glory alone. Left turn, living at 200 per hour. Chasing down the dream and the engine power. Chasing down the dream and the engine power. Drafting on the bumper of the number 3. Looking for a gap that the others can't see. Paint color swapping on the back stretch run. Getting real hot underneath the southern sun. My vision is a tunnel and my heart is a drum. Waiting for the moment when the openings come. I'm white knuckle tied on the carbon fiber wheel. Guided by the spirit and the strength of the steel. It's a high-speed chase for a crown of gold. Stories of the legends that have yet to be told. Banked on the edge where the rubber meets the bone. Fighting for the lead and the glory alone. Left turn, living at 200 per hour. Chasing down the dream and the engine power. Chasing down the dream and the engine power. Three wide through the tri-oval floor. Can't hear the radio above the roar. The checkered flag is waiting in the hazy heat. Decided by an inch or a fraction of a beat. It's a high-speed chase for a crown of gold. Stories of the legends that have yet to be told. Banked on the edge where the rubber meets the bone. Fighting for the lead and the glory alone. Left turn, living at 200 per hour. Chasing down the dream and the engine power. Burn the tires down till the smoke fills the sky. Underneath the lights where the champions fly. Yeah, we're rolling home. Yeah, we're rolling home. Thunder at the turn. Engine screaming in the Carolina heat. Dust and rubber burning on the concrete street. Turn it up loud for the talk of the track. Valhalla's on the mic and he's never looking back. Green flag drops and the thunder begins. Welcome to the show where the family wins. Valhalla leads the charge with the headset on. Streaming live from the dusk to the early dawn. Beside him is the boss, the CO in command. His wife keeps it steady, the best in the land. And don't forget the General Thor's on the beat. Four-legged legend making the circle complete. We're talking gear, HEOs in the draft and the turn. Watching every single gallon of the high-octane burn. Valhalla Sports Talk. Yeah, we're riding the wall. Berserkers in the front, we're standing tall. Be homies represent, let the engines roar. We're kicking down the gates and we're breaking the door. From the infield party to the checkered flag. Got the winner circle spirit in the victory bag. Valhalla Sports Talk. Smell the charcoal and grease. In the sea of speed we find our own peace. Got a cold beer dripping in the summer sun. The party's just started and it's never done. Beautiful women waving flags in the stands, while the V-homies cheer with the drinks in their hands. Berserkers going wild, yeah, they're bringing the noise. Playing with the fastest of the big track toys. Fried chicken, barbecue, and the smell of the tire. Valhalla's got the channel setting spirits on fire. White flag waving, one lap to go. Heartbeat racing, put on a show. Rubbing is racing, paint on the floor. Push it to the limit, give me some more. Valhalla Sports Talk, yeah, we're riding the wall. Berserkers in the front, we're standing tall. V-homies represent, let the engines roll. We're kicking down the gates and we're breaking the door. From the infield party to the checkered flag, got the winner circle spirit in the victory. Valhalla Sports Talk. Valhalla Sports Talk. Valhalla Sports Talk. He's diving to the inside, clearing the pack, leaving all the rivals on the back of the track. Across the start finish, hear the crowd go insane. Valhalla's name etched in the hall of the flame. Burnouts in the grass, hey! Smoke filling the air, hey! Another Nascar win, hey! Nothing else can compare. It could compare. Victory is ours.
What's up, everybody? What's up? Valhalla Sports Talk is on the air. NASCAR O'Reilly Series Focused Health 250 from the Circuit of the Americas, Austin, Texas. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live for some NASCAR racing today. This time, the O'Reilly Series. It's set to start any minute, y'all. Any minute. I had that crash. I crashed out. Trying to go live just a little bit ago, but hopefully we're through that. Hopefully we're through that. Knock on wood. I'm going to try to push something here, see if it does something bad. But here we go. If you're new, hit the subscribe.
Subscribe to Valhalla Sports Talk. Let's go!
And get a video a like.
Hit the like on the video or stream. Yeah, hit that like button. Do it now!
All right, let me do some shout outs to the early arrivals in the chat. Plus, I got some thank yous to dole out. Andrew in the house. Shelby Minnick up in here. Andrew in the house. Carmen Don Allen up in here. Did I already say Andrew? Sarah Small drops a 5 bomb to start off the stream. Are you crazy, girl? What you doing? Thank you for the 5 bomb.
Thank you for your support.
Yes, we're getting close to that 300 number, y'all. Getting close to 300. Then we'll set our sight on that next emoji. Eric St. Gialis members up on the channel. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for membering up, sir.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah, we are getting close, Miss Sarah. We are getting close. Whopping 19 degrees is where Shelby's at. Baltazar Leguizamon. I'm not sure what flag that is. Is that Argentina? What flag is that? What flag is that? I'm kind of curious. Hey, I appreciate it, Carmen, for the share out. I appreciate it for the share out. I don't believe the timing and scoring is quite yet ready for this one. Yeah, it's still on the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. That was the Craftsman Truck Series that was running the last few hours here. But yeah, this is all in preparation for tomorrow's race, the NASCAR Cup Series race. As I mentioned earlier, it's kind of a, I want to say like a smoggy sky in a Austin there. No clouds. That looks like very little wind, maybe a light breeze. Argentina in the house. I thought I recognized that flag, sir. I thought I recognized that flag. But anywho, I appreciate y'all for being here. Let's take a look at how we're handling it in the what you would call it, the search here. It's like I'm near the top there. Looking like I'm near the top. This guy running 2 streams now. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, y'all. Lots 1000. Yeah, well, welcome to the stream, and thank you for becoming a V homie there. Thank you for becoming a homie. Sarah says, I'm ready for some baseball. Next Friday, we'll have some baseball. Might not be Dodger baseball, but it'll be baseball. Next Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. Argentino, Tango, Maradona, Fangio. All right, here's the start your engines, y'all. Again, this will be shown today. Actually, not again. I haven't told you yet, but this will be shown on CW. The CW network. I want to take out one of these earbuds so I can hear it. Look at the mustache on that firefighter, y'all. 1 to 10, let's rank the start your engines. I liked it. I liked the effort. I'm going to say 6.5 on the start your engines. 6.5. All right, they're firing up those mighty machines. They're firing them up, y'all. Again, I mentioned it in the earlier stream. I mentioned it in the earlier one. But thoughts are with those in danger overseas there. Hope they all get home safe and sound. You're going to give it a 5, hard nose? He was a firefighter with a fancy mustache. That was worth a 1.5 points. He was a firefighter. I gave him the 1.5 points for that. I'm terrified to push any buttons, y'all. I really am. I'm not going to lie. Just when I start getting some confidence in it, y'all, it goes to crap. Anyway, we're currently warming it up, right? Currently under warm condition on the track as the cars are headed out. 31 up in here. I don't know if I have the secondary screen ready to rock. Let me go over there just in case.
You drop the kids off at school and head to work. But the next moment, a truck is moving on a red light and hits you, changing your.
We ready. We ready, y'all. Cooper in the house. I used to go to drag races in Orange County with my dad when I was a kid, sucking in fumes, but never been to a NASCAR race. You should go to one, Scoop, at least. You should at least go to one, buddy. It's an experience, bro. It's an experience, and when that green flag waves and they get up to full speed, it's crazy. It's a crazy experience. No bets on this base. No bets on this one, Brandon. No, I'll bet on tomorrow's. I got my guys I think I'm going to pick for tomorrow. But Brandon B up in here. Choa in the house. Choa up in here. You guys done missed out this morning, y'all. You missed out. Sarah Small and Carmen dropped a bunch of memberships, like 25 of them. Sarah's dropped a couple in this one already, another 5-piece. And we're at 282 on the V-Homie count. Old Rounder in the house. Bets 10,000 on Chevrolet to win this race. All right, I got my eyeball. on this screen here. There we go. Looks like we might have it. Looks like we might have our live leaderboard. We don't have the raw feed yet, though. So Connor Zilich and SVG are going to start on the pole of this race. See what this looks like. Oh, a little worried there. All right, there we go. Now we got the screen. All right, so this is not lined up. I do have it lined up for when the raw feed goes active, though. So let's get rid of that, not so we don't confuse folks. That says qualifying. Yeah, they're still hung up on that truck race, y'all. They're still hung up on the truck race. But there will be like the top 8, and I'll be able to scroll through it quickly on that leaderboard on your left. Hopefully it's up by the time the green flag waves. Yeah, but just ignore it for now. Connor in the house. What's up, Connor? What's up? What's up? $48 in the house. Let's go. Yeah, NASCAR don't know what it wants to have up there, chat. They don't know what the hell they want to have up there right now. There we go. There's the right guys anyway. I think these guys starting on the front row are going to be my 2 favorites tomorrow. And then I'm going to add in a couple extras for 4 total drivers. All right, that pace car has them picked up. They're 2x2. Toyota Camry pace car bringing them around the track at COTA. Please remember to like and subscribe. Exactly, y'all. But the Focused Health 250 NASCAR O'Reilly Series. Today's cars, as many of them as they gave me, are scrolling below me. Do you have a favorite paint scheme, chat? Not a whole lot. Watching some soccer before switching over to Kansas-Arizona game in a little over an hour. Then back to some soccer tonight, says Connor. Go U of A. Go U of A. I'll probably pick up the U of A when they get into the tournament there, Connor. I'll probably re-pick up the University of Arizona as we get into those March Madness games. All right, still no raw feed, chat. We're just kind of stuck at 47 now. Again, this is on CW Network, chat. CW. Last streaming month of February. All right, they're sending it to pit road for a couple more interview type deals. and then we'll get underway. It's funny because I was born and raised in Ohio, huge Ohio State football fan, but the first basketball team that grabbed my attention was Kansas. I saw the classics, Shirley Muldowney, Big Daddy Don Garlitz, Don the Snake Purdhome. His shop was in Chatsworth. We used to go to Ascot, and watch the figure eights and the demolition derbies. That's what we used to do. Well, I used to do. I guess my parents never went, but I should. Shortly, I guess that raw feed will go live, chat. Shortly, the raw feed will go live, and that'll improve your experience here. Maybe after they take the green. So let's hope the green flag feature doesn't crash us. I don't think that's going to work, Joe. I don't think that's going to work, buddy.
I think from a lot of these full-time competitors in the O'Reilly Series, looking at these road courses this year.
Come on, man.
Remember, we're in the chase format now. There's no winning. You're in points.
62 in the house. Here we go. Ace car still pacing the field. SVG and Zilich right behind him. Before a pack of angry machines. Yeah, they've had him for a couple years. Are they about to take it through this dogleg, this loop here? Kind of the paperclip turn. I want a light bar and a big spoiler on my Camry, chat. You think they'll give it to me? My Camry would look good with a light bar on the top of it and a spoiler. I'm not going to try again until they get going. But it'll be about the top 8 right here when we're running. And then I'll take you through the field quite regularly during the race. F1 has gone to Apple this season and try to get into that, says Connor. I refuse. I am anti-F1. Anti-F1. I almost got to meet Clay Milliken in Alberta, but he wasn't able to get there. Austin Hill is better than the Austin Hill. All right, green flag, chat.
Green flag, green flag!
Oh, Austin Hill to the inside. 3 wide. All right, I'll try to get you this running order as soon as possible, chat. All right, they're slithering through this track. Stage 1, lap 1 of 20, 1 of 65 in the race. There we go. There's our raw feed. All right, so we Gucci, y'all. We Gucci. Should be lap 1 or 2. Yeah, they're on lap 1 currently on the TV. I might be a bit behind, though. I get that F1 is mostly European sport. I tried to stream F1. They failed me. Who's going to lead this first lap? Who's going to lead lap number 1 at COTA? Looks like it's going to be SVG. I don't know. On my screen, it's the 9 car in front, y'all. It says non-live. Let me get my check-in in. All right, there we go.
And build your confidence. Duo, it's going to do so much for you mentally.
That's a little problem.
In this position at third, but hanging right with the front runners, the favorites coming in.
There we go. The top 9 displayed. I don't like my sister's kids because they are annoying.
You've noticed there, feature 14, though, you talking about 80 Connor Zilich's, even SVG, but Off says he's under threat now from just Allgaier.
It's too funny, chat.
Lateral slides. You can spin them going forward, but you don't want to have those big slides. That saps performance out of the tire. Watch the center right here. He had a really good exit. Was all over the back of Austin Hill.
Goody, Captain Goody in the house, all the way from Australia. Oi, oi, oi. SVG Zilich up front. All right, got a pass for third. Allgaier up to third.
You pretty see the heat of that car start to go away at this track.
Right on lap 3 of 20 in stage 1, 3 of 65 in the race.
All these race cars today. Carson Bauer right there behind and the number 91. You see him starting to put a lot of pressure on Austin Hill as well. What a run he's having.
Little 50 piece in the house here, y'all. It's Van Gisbergen, Zilich, Allgaier, your top 3.
Two up front right now. Well, they're actually the top 3 in Sharon.
Oh, y'all, if you're new, hit that subscribe, give the video a like. Let's turn on that scanner audio for y'all.
One will take us to lap 20 of the Focus Tel 250. We've got one car off of the track that looks like Jerry.
I wish there was a way to turn down the actual race telecast on MRN, but
Still 2, back to the O2 here, your turn.
it's just too loud and I got no way to turn it down.
Still there, full. Still there, clear. Still clear. By 1.
Our professional.
Tell us where you're from, everybody. Tell us where you're from, where you're watching tonight's race from.
Fire back up.
And
He
those
won,
parts,
and it didn't come back to life till he was halfway to turn 12 after 6B.
bipolar one.
So SVG's lead over Zilich is a little over a half second.
Yeah, he enters too low.
Allgaier's sitting there about a second and a half back.
Kills him.
Ask about rail. Some medicines only treat the lows with highs. Radar treats depression.
Get a water temp when you get a chance.
Episodes of bipolar
240.
proven full spectrum relief for all bipolar.
Yellowstone, Montana,
Stop for your
Queensland,
exit.
Australia for
Got
Captain
a full
Goody.
quarter behind the Thompson, still there. Door, quarter. Still
Mr. Kennedy
bumper,
checking in
still
from
there,
Camp
still
Verde,
there, still
Arizona.
there, still there,
I'm in
still
Arizona
there,
too,
quarter,
Mr. Kennedy B.
still there. Still there.
Old Rounder checking in from Los Angeles, California. Alberta, Canada for Carmen Don Allen.
Quarter, still there, peel off, good, quarter, bumper. The 50 is going to get this lap, now he's clear, he is clear, Simon left side.
All right, we're under side-by-side commercial here. I read an article that said that NASCAR was determined to have green flag racing on the screen for the entire event. So they're side-by-side for this progressive commercial. Van Gisbergen's still a lead over Zilich, but he's catching up a little bit. Austin Hill has fallen a full 3 seconds back.
Line 39 by half. He's got the 07 right on his ass too. Now by 1, right back in your rhythm here, man.
Buda, Texas for El Casey. Yeah, the Demolition Derby at Ascot was fun, and the figure eights. What is that? Escanaba, Michigan? For Shelby Minnick. Oh, he is on him right now. Zilich is on him.
Clear, all clear.
While we were away, saw something.
Zilich is on SVG's back bumper.
Head down, buddy. Copy.
Still lap 5 of 20 in stage 1, 5 of 65 in today's race. Here he goes, putting it on the inside is Zilich.
Under that bridge, still goes wide.
And he's going to pass him. Connor Zilich to the lead.
Struggles over in the S's a little bit.
SVG trying to cross him over.
Load. Yeah, the last lap, it didn't look like we were struggling there.
I don't know, are we struggling here to keep this thing tracking? Because it's still showing SVG in the lead.
Was 8 tenths better than his other lap.
Let's see when they come across start finish if it updates.
To help you in 12 and 1. Good carousel like last time, driving away.
Haven't touched it. Which way is rear clockwise or counter?
He needs to know which way
Maybe
to
it's
go.
behind. I don't know, yo.
Brake.
Wait for rear brake. He's asking if it's counter or clockwise.
They're showing a replay of some action that took off during the commercial. I'm going to just leave it for a sec, y'all, and see if it updates.
Pulling 2 on 42 by himself now at 6 off him.
But Zilich is the leader of this race right now. Zilich, Van Gisbergen, Hill, and Allgaier.
Clear the 24, clear.
Come on, man.
6. Start to grow a gap between him and second place, Shane Van Gisbergen. 7 tenths that lap. He closer went quickly out. See that? Look what they've done now. Austin Hill got back to third, but he's already 3.5 seconds.
I hope this is updating on the fly here.
Lap time's going. Let this race run out a little bit.
They are up to 5th. SVG will be trying to preserve his tires, so he won't push too crazy yet. Oco, Florida for Black Swan.
You know, philosophy-wise, though, if you think about the mentality coming into the...
I mean, the laps are changing, you know, on the top of the screen for me, but let me show you what I'm looking at, chat. Hopefully we don't crash.
It's ready for quarter before, lost a little bit of momentum, and then Ross threw it in, and it turned six speed. And watch out, this pass is going to take 4 or 5 quarters to complete. Now he's on the outside. He'll try and cross back.
All right, so I'm going to keep this up for a bit, y'all.
He's quarters before. See that whole section is you end up the outside. The inside, he just waiting to complete it. He was unable to. He falls in behind Taylor Gray. Just get an update.
All right, so lap 70 of 20 in stage 1, lap 7 of 65 in the race. We're 12 minutes, 13 minutes into this bad boy. There's been 2 lead changes. It's Zilich, Van Gisbergen, and Hill, your top 3. Chevy, Chevy, Chevy. They're both racing their own race as El Casey.
Dance is higher. But looks to me wasn't able to get on Gray, and now it looks like it's cheap with all that damage.
Wonder if we got the bubbles, chat. Let's see if we got bubbles.
Speed, but when you try to jerk fast,
I thought it was there where you got the bubbles. Here's the bubbles.
William Sawalich, a reminder, don't ever give up on someone. I mean, opening lap incident, but
Let's get them all. Let's get all the cars on there, y'all. Top 3 displayed on the bottom. I'm a bit annoyed. Kaio isn't running the O'Reilly races this year. It ran the Xfinity races last year. Sheila in the house. Dabby's been in the hospital since Tuesday. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Sheila.
ASIC yard X program describes the bed lawn care specific to your yard's needs delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized.
Wonder if I can make that bigger.
From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
You just want to know who the race leader is.
If you have wet AMD or DIA, you never want to lose sight of the things you love. And your condition doesn't have to steal the moment. Long-lasting EYLEA HD delivers powerful vision improvements that can save your vision for the future. EYLEA HD is the only treatment for wet AMD and DME that helps at least 8 out of 10 people go up to 4 months between injections.
Into pit road, Taylor Gray said his car fired off tight, but got a little bit better. As for Jesse Love, a couple issues in his pits. Number 1, his crew chief Danny Stockman for about the first 5 laps of the race did not have any SMT data in his pits. He finally got it after about lap 5. As for Love himself, he's getting a lot of...
No pressure behind across.
Still so much to see. And EYLEA HD, a treatment retina specialist.
103.70 last lap. That was your best lap of the day, right? So
55 in the house, approaching 1,000 views.
Half a second faster, better than a couple of those in front. Just be smooth and patient here. Good, good.
It's rough. But hey, with Safe Light, you can get that fixed any way you want.
You're halfway in the stage when you get to the line.
More, I think he's just getting tighter and tighter. And then, like you said, you have more wheels when you get back to the gas. You just feel, over jump. And for I just want to relay that it's not a loose issue. It's definitely a tight. He's just jumping out with too much wheel in it. Yeah, copy that. Tempo.
Stage lap 10 here. Copy. Exit 20.
Test your luck and make your power play by heading to your local lottery retailer to get.
He had a seizure at physical therapy, and his physical therapist said, come home and sleep it off. He had one in bed, fell on the floor. Oxygen is low.
Still there. Door, quarter, clear, clear.
Weather dodgy today there in Australia there, Captain Goody?
10 to go. Driving away by 2 already. Stay form. You're doing a good job. We'll make.
All right, they're going full throttle on the CW. Sound Gear Engineering, letting you hear the roar of those
12 to 20, it doesn't.
engines.
These are good except for 4 and 5. You got through there. Three, 10 to go on the stage. 10.
Strong wind, cyclone threatening to form. Hey, appreciate it, El Casey. Appreciate it.
The sway bar, what do we do about the sway bar exactly?
If the sway bar's broke, there's probably not much you can do about it. You just have to add packer to the front and roll with it.
It's still Zilich leading. He's leading SVG by about 3/4 of a second. 3/4 of a second. Austin Hill now nearly 5 seconds behind in third.
That's what we got to keep working on.
Hurricane equals cyclone. Gotcha.
Fight to get back left. Wrap turn 2 a little bit longer.
All right, lap 11 of 20 in stage 1, 11 of 65 in today's race. Zilich, Van Gisbergen, and Hill, your top 3.
All clear. The thing I see right now is he needs to arc his entry to turn 13 just a little more. Arc his
Wonder if I put the radio on.
Right there, he's giving up a little time in the stadium.
I'm going to try something, Jet. You tell me if it's good. You tell me if you can still hear me if I've got this on like this.
TRD race car isn't cheap to build and prepare. I have a pit crew that maintains and fixes my equipment. I have a spotter high above the track watching my back, talking me through turns and potential dangers on the track. I physically train to handle the stress of driving. And
Can you still hear me?
Helping my crew chief and engineers make the right strategy calls. And with all this, I never
Tyre's
take
going
my
away
eyes off
about
the
now,
road,
says
and neither
Casey.
should you. One
Yeah, I agree.
distraction can change everything in one instant.
Oh,
Will strategy
we got one
come
turned
into play
around.
toward the end of
That's
stage
our
number 1, and
leg
we
with
might see
Zaman
more
was a
short
turned
finish?
around and in the
We're
number
gonna find
30.
out when we come back. We have 8 laps to go in stage number 1 at Circuit of the Americas. This is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
All right, so I'm going to pause PRN during the commercials. And here we go back to the main screen.
I call it. You gotta take a look and see what happened to Baltazar here. Honestly, this looks like he got loose. Chased it around, probably hit those.
Hard to say that guy's name, Baltazar.
Do you get that early on the transfer?
SVG will preserving his tires to challenge their lead at the end of the stage, says Captain Goody. He's just back there haunting Zilich, huh? All right, they got Jesse Love on screen. 13 starts. I can hear you, says Carbon. Yeah, they're in a commercial break right now, chat, but I'll bring it back up in a minute.
Welcome back to Circuit of the Americas. It's the Focus Health 250 for the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Shane Van Gisbergen led the first 5 laps today. Then Connor Zilich took the lead back from him. Zilich was on pole. He's led the last 7. But Van Gisbergen continues to stalk him, Andrew Curlin, as they head uphill with 7 to go here.
You having some salsa and some Doritos?
On the long run, but this is actually Connor Zilich's biggest lead he's had in a handful of laps. Both of them go over the apex in turn number 1 and now down the hill into turn number 2. Connor Zilich still out in front as both front 2 cars head towards the S's.
And really, they're not racing for points either. They're just racing to be the best spot at the end of the race. So how they manage it here is they shimmy and slalom through these S's here. Shane Van Gisbergen gets deeper through turns 4 and 5 than Zilich does, but Zilich still maintains a 2-car length lead in the short chute.
And then a large gap back to Austin Hill, who runs by himself in the 3rd position.
He says SVG is the only driver using the heel toe technique, which saves his rear tire.
Allgaier, and has done so from about 15 car lengths back over the last couple of laps. Allgaier going to fend him off here up the back straightaway into the left-hander of turn number 12.
8 laps to go, chat, in stage 1.
Battle for position, about 6 or so seconds behind the race leader Connor Zilich, who is already off of turn 15, has 2 car lengths over Shane Van Gisbergen, then back the hill, then this battle, Allgaier and Mayer.
Shelby says, I don't feel like going anywhere today, so I called Walmart for a beer delivery.
Allgaier continues to kind of hold off Mayer. Mayer actually backed up a little bit off of that corner as they head for turn number 17. Behind them, though, again, a good battle. Brent Cruz doing a good job right now on his teammate, Brandon Jones, as they work their way down towards turn number 19. They'll battle inside. Cruz will hold that position, and Jones about 3 car lengths back.
Brent Cruz, still 17 years old. He is actually able to run here this weekend based on a new rule by NASCAR in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series that says drivers who are 17 can run on tracks shorter than 1.5 miles and on road courses. Andrew Curlin, as a couple of Joe Gibbs teammates come to you, Brent Cruz doing a fine job.
This is Brandon Jones's best opportunity to get around the youngster Brent Cruz as he wiggles a little bit in turn number 1. That's going to open the door for Brandon Jones to get to his outside, but Brent Cruz is going to close the door and hold him off at least until the S's.
El Casey says the Dos Equis Day.
Brent Cruz is, but this is his series debut. He comes through turn 5, Cruz does. 2-car length lead over Brandon Jones for the battle for 6 there.
So I'll just pause it, chat, instead of talking over it most of the time.
No lockups, staying off the wall, keeping it clean.
JGR Toyotas soon to be joined by Jesse Love, who was able to make the pass on Carson Quapple a couple of laps ago and is beginning to reel in Cruz and Jones. Further up, Justin Allgaier and Sam Mayer continue to race hot and heavy for a spot.
Zilich's lead over Van Gisbergen is now almost a full second, Chad. Almost a full second.
For now, over Jones, Jesse Love, few lengths back to Quapple and Rajah Caruth. They have really singled out from about 4th on back as they exit turn number 15 and race into the right-hander of 16.
Watching those cars as they work off of turn number 16 into 17. Cruz out in front of Jones. Jesse Love about 10 car lengths back. Meanwhile, up front, once again, Justin Allgaier holds that position over Sam Mayer. That battle heads to turn 20.
We were talking about the 17-year-old Brent Cruz, who's in the 6th position. We'll get more on him from Heather DeBow.
Yeah, and he just
They are on commercial right now. It's lap 15 of 20 in stage 1, 15 of 65 in today's race. It's the Focus Health 250 from Circuit of the Americas, NASCAR. O'Reilly Series Racing on Valhalla Sports Talk.
Thank you very much, Heather. We'll find out if they're going to be getting some fresh Goodyear tires here shortly. Pit road will close with 2 laps to go before the end of stage 1. Right now we're at 5 to go. Daniel, earlier we were watching Cup Series practice and qualifying, and the amount of laps you guys were able to make in 25 minutes of practice, about anywhere from, say, 8 to 13, it seemed like, depending on who it was. I was actually really surprised to see the tire drop off, the lap time fall off of about 3 seconds out there. How quickly does that happen?
Yeah, Brett, that's a very good point, and I actually believe that this is not too different here in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series right now. This tire is just a little bit of a softer compound.
He's running out of time, Captain Goody. He's running out of time. Still almost a full second back. Almost a full second back.
More horsepower just hurts the tires more. by nature. So the fall off has been more than what we were anticipating, and guess what? Tomorrow is going to be even harder, which means the fall off is going to be even more and more rubber. So tomorrow is going to be a battle. Just like if these guys are struggling today, I can tell you that we're going to struggle even more tomorrow.
It's fitting, too, because last week at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta, it was the very opposite of being hot. So the conditions vastly different. And certainly you touched on it. I mean, that racetrack becomes like sandpaper the hotter it gets, and we expect it to be plenty warm.
Yeah, for sure. I think tomorrow we all, including myself driving the car, we are up to a nice day racing, a tough challenge, with the temperatures. Actually, today is going to be the first weekend with these kind of temperatures of the year. So it's going to be interesting to see how things play out. I know for sure that in the
panic yet,
we are working
Captain
hard
Goody.
Trying to adjust a little bit of the balance on that and see what we can do. And now we
5 to go in stage one.
Let's see what you guys have going on down there.
Yep, with 4 laps to go in the stage, let's go to our Napa Auto Parts pit reporter, Wendy Venturini.
Unless you're on the radio, then it's 4.
And their team decided to short pit. He takes 4 tires and fuel for Sammy Smith, one of the first cars to hit pit road. Sammy Smith hasn't complained too much about his race car. It sounds like so far it was only an air pressure adjustment for Sammy Smith.
What are the put times, Casey?
Much, Wendy Venturini. This time the leaders are going to come to 3 to go till the end.
Get ready. I'm going to show you that back screen.
Pit road will close at 2 to go. Pat Patterson,
just for a moment.
Leaders are in front of you.
Yeah, we're watching them as they make their way around turn 18 headed to 19.
Looks too tight without a yellow.
They kind of pull up short here.
Oh, when are they supposed to pit? They're going to get to stage break.
Like
They'll get to the stage break first, L. Casey.
Van Gisbergen, so they stay out here.
There's some people coming in now, though, obviously, because the rest of the cars will pit.
Back onto the front straightaway. They run 1-2. It's Zilich and Van Gisbergen.
During the stage break.
A tremendous battle right now for the 4th position. Here
they close the pits with 2 to go before the end of the stage.
Third, but then it's Justin Allgaier. His mirrors being absolutely filled up by Sam Mayer as they do a little drafting down this front straightaway, Andrew.
They were former teammates, and now they're foes on the racetrack. Sam Mayer going to try to make another assault on Justin Allgaier. He jumps to the inside of Justin Allgaier and moves Sam Mayer to the 4th position. Allgaier's going to try to cross him over. They're side by side for the 4th position. Sam Mayer doors Allgaier a little bit. As they go into 2, they're still side by side.
Battle for the lead at turn 6A. Shane Van Gisbergen around the number 1 machine of Connor Zilich. He takes it at 6B. Now to the 4th place battle as Van Gisbergen gets the lead. Mayer's got around to Allgaier at turn 6. They reload. They recoil. They get
it's
on the
behind, y'all. The graphic is behind.
Allgaier's machine as Allgaier's out back into the gas.
Sam Mayer just exiting turn 6B right now and onto the back straightaway, hanging on to position number 4 over Justin Allgaier, who is backslid to 5th. The race leaders
3 to go on my screen here in stage 1. It's Zilich, SVG, Hill.
Point. Connor Zilich in the 2nd spot.
But Zilich, as you just heard, is about to drop behind him.
All by himself in position 3.
Leaders back up here in 17, about a 3-car length lead SVG has over.
Okay, they're showing the battle here where SVG took over. Gave him a little shot, and then went to the inside.
Inside to that tire barrier, and that grows his lead as he now heads to the pit road.
All right, Shane Van Gisbergen and Connor Zilich will both enter pit road. We also saw several.
So SVG and Zilich come to the pits before the stage ends.
At the entrance, and Brett McMillan.
Taylor Gray came in. He got 4 tires, slight air pressure adjustment. Blaine Perkins also came in. He got major chassis adjustments on each side. Wendy Venturini.
Shane Van Gisbergen is in for 4 tires and fuel. He said he was a little bit loose in the rear of his race car.
I don't know what happened with our viewers, yeah. I don't know what happened.
He was lacking drive. He came in 1 lap ago for 4 tires and Sunoco fuel. Heather DeBow.
And Connor Zilich in. He's happy with that race car, telling the team balance is good, so no changes for him. Just 4 Goodyear tires, Sunoco fuel, and a tear off.
All right, it looks like Shane Van Gisbergen will once again get out in front of Connor Zilich as we are less than 2 laps.
Knew they would. All about the win today, says Captain Goody.
The road is closed. And Daniel, you talked about Shane Van Gisbergen managing his tires. It almost feels like he might have let Connor go just a little bit, and right before they were going to pit, remind him, yes, I am the one who people talk about on road courses when he passed him before pit road.
Yeah, but
they're showing the short pits of SVG and Zilich right now on the TV.
But
again, the audio is ahead of me.
Advantage, with his style of braking and and his style of driving. You know, he's able to take care of the tires extremely well. And
2 to go, chat,
his
on my
asset is
TV here in
showing up
stage
the long
1.
run. And I think Connor is extremely fast as well. But I feel like in the very long run, I think the 9 car is maybe just a little bit better. So if I was Connor, I would be thinking, what can I do to make?
You see, Austin Hill is now showing as the leader with Al Dyer in second, Sam Meyer in third.
In stage 1, but in stage 3, the stint is going to be even a little bit longer than this. So I will be already thinking ahead.
With Zilich and Van Gisbergen opting to go to pit lane, that has handed the lead to Austin Hill, who's about to see the final lap around Circuit of the Americas. Meanwhile, Justin Allgaier, Sam Mayer, they continue to battle for second. Austin Hill back to turn number 1.
Austin Hill all by his lonesome for one final time up at turn number 1. Think
He is
about how
the GOAT.
important stage points are for the points leader, Austin Hill. He'll work his way down into turn number 2. It's a sweeping 60-degree right-hander, Austin Hill, all by himself into the S's.
Some naysayers have started calling him Bobby Hill on social media, fitting there in Texas today, but he's got a big lead by Chad Haney keeping him out as he gets through the S's cleanly. A decent battle for the second position to this stage as Justin Allgaier has it over Sam Mayer.
VG and Zilich are in 10th and 11th respectively with 2 to go.
Stayed out looking for those all-important
1 to go on your
points,
graphic, chat.
Point leader Austin Hill, who leads into turn number 12 for the final time in this opening stage. Will woe that car down into first gear and make the left-hand turn. Has a healthy advantage over the ongoing battle for second. Justin Allgaier and Sam Mayer, they have been trading that spot back and forth the last few times. Here's Mayer to the inside, the right-hander of turn number 13. It's up alongside Allgaier for that position, but it's Justin Allgaier to hang on to the runner-up spot for now as they exit turn number 15, well behind race leader Austin Hill.
Yeah, Hill has things covered over here as he heads back for the final time, but that battle for second is a good one. Here comes Sam Mayer one more time, trying to get position on Justin Allgaier. He's right there on
Munster blood in him.
Driver right. He now moves down into turn number 19.
He'll be back in the lead on the restart. You're right.
There. That is a great battle for the second spot. Those 2 cars separated by a half a car length. Here comes Sam Mayer.
We'll watch this battle as Austin Hill will get the stage points and win stage number 1. The fight for second is on. It is door to door. Sam Mayer goes all the way to the inside wall, has the advantage over Justin Allgaier. He will completely clear him, move Sam Mayer up to second for stage number 1. Justin Allgaier will finish third. Jones,
all right,
Jesse
so
Love
stage
will
1
fifth.
complete,
Sixth
chat.
will be Carson Quapple.
Stage 1 is complete. Let me see if this is the right button and if it don't crash me.
End of stage caution!
All right, so we'll give it a minute to warm down, y'all, and then I'll take you through the field. Just on my TV right now, it's ending. Mayer snakes it at the end there from Allgaier.
To the top 10. Corey Denny. Screw Saturday night in Atlanta. Getting some stage points. Austin Green, Raja Caruth. All right, Johnson, before you get first. Here it comes. Look at this. We know pit stops are coming. And the old veteran.
Coffee time, says Captain Goody. 53 in the house. We got 1,300 views.
Unlike other companies, our Research 99B free box has 3 sides, not just one. It's more meal for your money. Seriously, it's more meal for your money.
They're already counting the laps, right, for stage 2. I believe, unless they don't for the road courses.
RE equipped. We still have some cars that will have to come down pit road here at the end of stage number 1 from Circuit of the Americas. This is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
All right, so they go to a commercial on the radio there.
Reduce itching and blinking. Doctors have been prescribing Otezla for over 10 years. Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, chest, tongue, throat, or arms. Severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting, depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss can happen.
Yes, yes, yes. We're through one stage of the Focused Health 250 from Circuit of the Americas. Hill, Meyer, Allgaier. We'll go through the field here, chat. Of course, they're coming down. A lot of them are coming down pit road, so this will change. But let's take it through the field.
But the truth, you keep squad. Wake Forest. It's going to be quite that Saturday. Coming up next, here on CW.
I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is Fear Factor. Here we go.
Parker Retzlaff way back there.
Worst fears and live with each other. It's so easy right now. It's going to get so much worse.
Way back there. I've got to learn some patience, y'all. I got to learn some patience. I'm fresh back to this NASCAR stuff. But you know how I am. You know how I am. I appreciate those of you that are hanging out with us, though. 50 in the house. This is stream 2 of a triple header today on the channel. Lakers versus Golden State Warriors tonight. Reminiscing about the old days at Riverside in Ontario, says El Casey. Advertisement for the World Cup.
These guys do, adjustment wise, and
coming up this
and see how
summer.
they can make the car a little bit better. But look, right now we're watching the racetrack and we are seeing how much rubber is being laid down. That's something that actually also happened with the Cup car. So that just means that the tire is
football
waiting.
World Cup
So
this
that's
summer.
a good sign. Goodyear has done a great
Here
job
in the States.
bringing a soft tire and having to manage your tires, having to make adjustments throughout.
Oh,
runs
Lakers
and
are basketball,
tire management is
NBA,
gonna
Captain
be,
Goody.
It's going to be very, very important as we go here.
Don't expect any overnight rain.
Lakers
either,
are my
so that
favorite
rubber
NBA
theoretically
team in
stays on the
basketball.
racetrack. So looking ahead to Sunday, that's something that I'm sure you're excited about, having that extra rubber.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that just tells you that tomorrow, with a little bit more temperature, is going to be a little crazy. And now we have everyone else that didn't pit coming to pit road.
So let's go down to our Napa Auto Part pit reporters. We'll start.
Pit road is open.
No, Brett McMillan.
All right, Justin Allgaier in. Car was a little bit tight. He's got a 4-tire change and an air pressure adjustment. Also, at Austin Hill, said he was tight in the slow sections, loose in the fast sections. 4-tire change, air pressure adjustment for him. But they're a little bit slow on the left side when even at Indy.
Carson Quapple in the number 91 JM said he's tight like practice. They do one round out of both rears. He also requested a tool to fix his own visor that keeps falling down. I'll update you what happens with that, Heather DeBoe.
And Corey Day in from that 7th position telling the team his balance felt okay, but he just was focusing on trying to hit his marks
Luca
in
Lover.
turns 13 through 16. Also in was Sam Mayer, and Daniel Suarez talked about that battle between him
Basketball
and
makes
Justin
me
Allgaier.
feel
He said
short.
He's just fighting drive off and was getting crushed big
All right,
time
busy on
that,
pit
in
road,
that battle.
y'all.
So they did minor adjustments there for the 41.
Thank you, Heather, Wendy, and Brett. The race off pit road looks like this. Sam Mayer actually was able to pick up a couple of spots. Austin Hill came off pit road second, followed by Brandon Jones, Justin Allgaier, and Rajah Caruth. Several teams stayed out at the stage break. They short pitted before the end of stage 1. When we come back, we will give you a full field rundown and take you into the second stage of the Focused Health 250.
Been watching Otani hitting bombs in Japan.
10 toppings at no
This is
extra
Bostrom.
charge. In a hurry, call ahead to
All right,
place
so
your
then a
order
commercial
or
break
grab
on
a
the
hunk of
radio.
pizza on the
And the race off pit road, Hill, Jones, Allgaier, Caruth, Love, Sieg, Day. Southern Cal in the 60s and 70s. 43 in the house, approaching 1,500 views. Good average view duration of 145. Nobody's exactly running away with it here on the YouTube. But I am definitely not winning it either. Again, if you're new, y'all, hit that subscribe.
Subscribe to Valhalla Sports Talk. Let's go!
Hit a video a like.
Hit the like on the video or stream. Yeah, hit that like button. Do it!
And you can member up on the channel, chat, for as little as $1. As little as $1 will get you access to these 20 custom emojis that are NASCAR geared, except for the last 4. They're my favorite teams. I'm on for the day, bro, says L. Casey. Yeah, but you can member up, y'all, if you want to, for $1. $1.
Become a member on Valhalla Sports Talk today.
See if we picked up any noise here on the sub side. Not particularly. Not particularly, chat. We haven't picked up anything. So current subscriber count, 31,570. Current v homie count, those are the members, 282. 282.
You know what makes my firm different? We focus on you. We focus on telling you your story. How this acting has impacted your life, your feeling.
With the first stage complete. Currently showing on lap 3 of 20 in stage 2. 23 of 65 in the lap. In the laps. 44 minutes of racing thus far. We've had 1 caution, 5 lead changes, and 2 caution laps. All the caution stuff due to the stage break.
Find a professional installer near you.
I'm hoping to stay for entire race, but I think my lady will want me to do stuff, says Captain Goody. What kind of stuff? What kind of stuff?
That's some clown shit. That's some clown shit. That's some clown shit.
1,500 views. I amuse myself, Chad. I amuse myself.
Hill is 14th. Brandon Jones runs in the 15th position. Justin Allgaier is 16th. Raja Caruth is 17th. 18th is Jesse Love. Ryan Sieg runs in 19th. Corey Day is in 20th.
All right, it's time for General
Quapple got his
4
visor fixed.
and AI Valhalla
22nd, Austin Green. Alex
to
LeMay,
eat a hot dog.
24th, Brennan Poole. Josh Balicki, 25th. Jeb Burton, 26th.
Yard
Kyle Sieg,
stuff.
27th. 28th, Jeremy Clements. Patrick Star-Poli, 29th. And J.J. Yaley is 30th.
Baltazar
I didn't know, Captain Goody. It wasn't made clear.
LeVar Scott is 33rd. Parker Retzloff is 24th. William Sawalich, front end of that car, all taped up. He runs in 35th. Sage Karam's had some issues. He runs in the 36th.
Meaning this
position.
channel?
Also saw the
What about this
on
channel?
Anthony Alfredo's machine right now. He's a lap down in 37th. 1 car off the racetrack. That is Austin J. Hill. He is in 38th.
Oh, there's been some upgrades at Dodger Stadium?
Insurance Choose, and thank you, Daniel Suarez, for bringing such an awesome sponsor to NASCAR.
Yeah, thank you so much, Brett. Freeway Insurance is it's been an amazing partner of mine for several years now. And something I love about working with Freeway Insurance is that they are very committed to my community. A very, very large percentage of their customers are Latinos, so it's a lot of fun to always do appearances with them.
Awesome. Thank you very much. All right, Pat Patterson, we're about to come to the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone. How they looking in front of you?
Lined up 2 by 2. Everybody pulling those belts nice and tight, getting ready for a restart here up front. Those same 2 guys they've been chasing all afternoon. Shane Van Gisbergen on the inside here of this starting lane up front. To the outside is Connor Zilic.
SVG versus Zilic to start it.
Each other. They're going to stack them up good and deep here. We're ready to restart them here at Circuit of the Americas.
The 2026 Toyota Camry XSE pace car hits pit lane. Here comes the field through turn number 20 into the Echo Park Automotive restart zone. Great jump for Connor Zilic. He's got the race lead headed up to turn 1.
Same song, different verse for the Junior Motorsports cars up front. Brent Cruz looking for the lead in his first NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series start. They're 3 wide for the lead, 4 wide for the lead as they head into turn number 2. It's hard to see who gets out front. SVG battling, but Brent Cruz has the lead.
He does have a nose ahead, but is he going to keep it as this field is trying to get into single file shape for the technical S's here? It's the yellow Camry of Cruz up front. Sammy Smith second. Third is Connor Zilic, and Shane Van Gisbergen charging to the inside for 4th. They're through turn 6A right now. Some of them are still too wide.
Ross Chastain to round out the top 5. They've singled out toward the front of the field. Taylor Gray, the first car out of line, just outside of the top 5 in a 3-way battle for 7th. Underbraking now into turn number 12. Keeping an eye up front, it is Brent Cruz at the point. Sammy Smith hounding him to the driver's left of turn number 14. Has to settle back in the line in second. Connor Zilic right there in position number 3, now into the left-hander. That is turn number 15. No change for position. The top 4, however, tighten up just a bit behind new race leader Brent Cruz.
Cruz has got the lead, but it's only by about a half a car length. Sammy Smith has got a mirror full of Connor Zilic. Zilic looking at SVG, and then it's about 12 car lengths back to Ross Chastain. Here the lead goes into turn number 19. Once again, Cruz goes way out, trying to swing his car back to turn number 20.
17-year-old Brent Cruz will lead his first official lap as they
39
come off of
in the chat, y'all. I think there's some effery going on YouTube.
Junior Motorsports Chevrolets, however. In fact, 4th place running Shane Van Gisbergen looking a little antsy with Connor Zilic in front of him.
I think there's some definite effery going on YouTube right now.
Second is on. Connor Zilic looks to Sammy Smith, but Sammy Smith wants the lead. He goes to the inside of Brent Cruz. Sammy Smith fighting hard, but Cruz will hold him off. The battle's for second with Zilic and Smith.
And Cruz hopes that Zilic and Smith can stay too wide behind him, and he can gap him in the S's there. They get single file, and man, is Connor Zilic shot out of a cannon. He just
watching machine
that Chevrolet right through the S's, and Shane Van Gisbergen for 3rd is looking on the inside of Sammy Smith. Give the 3rd position to SVG.
And just like that, Sammy Smith is kicked back to position number 4 after battling for the race lead a half a lap ago. It's Brent Cruz at the point right now. He's just trying to hang on to the lead because here comes Connor Zilic within 1 car length, outbreaks him just a bit into the left-hander, turn number 12, and now is on his back bumper heading toward the right-hander, turn number 14. Zilic in second. Van Gisbergen there in
young
third.
kids up there battling for the lead, y'all. Zilic and SVG just watching it.
Last week's winner, Sheldon Creed, up into the 5th spot. They've singled out for now into the turn 16.
Cruz has the lead into 16, half a car length. There's Zilic right there ready to pounce. Behind him, 2 car lengths is Shane Van Gisbergen. Sammy Smith settles in that 4th spot. Sheldon Creed right behind. Here goes the leader through 19. Swings out wide now. Sets up for turn number 20. Brent Cruz in control.
17-year-old Brent Cruz is
trying. He's trying.
Every inch of this racetrack he's going to need to hold off 2 of the best road racers in NASCAR. The advantage about 4 car lengths, though, this time at the start-finish line as Zilic and Van Gisbergen give chase.
2 young guns at the front of the field with Brent Cruz leading the charge up the hill into turn number 1. Connor Zilic about a half car length behind him. Shane Van Gisbergen behind Connor Zilic. And Sammy Smith, it's a Junior Motorsports Brigade behind the Joe Gibbs racing car, Brent Cruz.
They get in that blind turn number 2 and then immediately have to whoa up at the S's that begin at turn number 3 and try to get straight. And they all get through there cleanly. The top 6 or 7 do. As SVG makes a power move to the inside of Connor Zilic. He's going to outbreak him and turn to his left to make the hard turn to Zilic's inside and battle it for second. But Zilic is back on the gas.
Connor Zilic still the driver's right on Shane Van Gisbergen. They battle for the runner-up spot. That has allowed Brent Cruz to pull away by about 4 car lengths into turn number 13 and going way wide and missing his braking zone was Connor Zilic, and he'll give up 2 spots. Sammy Smith now is up to 3rd, just behind Shane Van Gisbergen. Moves Sheldon Creed up to 4th, and Connor Zilic back to position number 5, just in front of Sam Mayer. All of this battling from second on back, 5 car lengths behind race leader Brent Cruz.
Really good racing here as they work their way through 16 and 17. Out front, Brent Cruz gets it set up
just
for turn
17.
number 19. 2 car lengths steer it back to 3rd place, Sammy Smith. Sheldon Creed with a really good run here this afternoon. Single file all the way down through the top 12, 13 spots as they head back to 20.
You know, something that I've been noticing, guys, is that the car of Conrad Zilic, he's been just pushing very, very hard. And I have noticed several times already that the right front tire has been locking up. And as you guys know, once you start locking up the tire, it always finds the same spot. And right here, he braked.
Cruz leading this by over a half second now.
Not even. And that made that tire even more mad. So
SVG did the second spot.
For those tires to cool back down a little bit.
Daniel, I think of this when you're pushing a bad shopping cart through the grocery store and you hit that bump. That's essentially what Connor's doing, is he's finding that bump and it's just stopping there every time and locking it up. Is that fair?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And if I was Connor, I will really, really take my time, because he still has 12 more laps to go in this stage that he's going to have to manage these tires. And if he's locking up right now, I can promise you it's not going to get any better.
Let's get an update from our Napa Auto Parts pit reporter, Heather DeBow.
And to add to what you guys were just talking about there, Daniel, he actually came over the radio a couple laps ago and said he feels like something is wrong with the left front. Also, right after he had that lockup, he said, guys, something is definitely wrong.
Rule will cook his tires, and SVG will take him as his captain.
I wouldn't be surprised if I blow a right front tire at this point. So we'll keep an eye on that for the one of Connor Zilic.
He had a similar issue in practice yesterday where he had a right front tire down. So that's certainly something to watch, Brad, as Connor Zilic, again, lost another spot to Sam Mayer. He's now fallen outside of the top 5.
Pat Patterson, it looks like Shane Van Gisbergen wants the lead again.
Looks like he's taking his time here. He's looking for the right place to try to make the move on Brent Cruz. He is right there on his bumper. Let's see if he can set him up as they head into turn number 20.
Comes, FVG wants it.
Out a little bit in turn number 19.
Cruz has it.
Hanging on for dear life. Shane Van Gisbergen all
They
over
go
the
side by side. Commercial.
Car length, Andrew, as they head back to turn 1.
Brent Cruz doing an excellent job maintaining his composure behind one of the best road course racers in NASCAR. He's got about a car length lead over
driving
Shane
since
Van
he was
Gisbergen,
8.
and will hold that advantage as they head down the hill into turn number 2. Brent Cruz continues to lead here at COTA as they go into the S's.
Let's watch Shane Van Gisbergen set him up, though, as Van Gisbergen gets deeper into turn 3.
Zilic all the way down to 7th, almost 4 full seconds back.
And then right up to his rear bumper in turn 6. He's going to peek to the inside, but Cruz is going to diamond that corner and stay too wide with it. Van Gisbergen clips the tire barrier. They are too wide for the lead, and now he takes it in 6B.
There comes Shane Van Gisbergen to the inside, out of
That's
turn
for the
number
lead,
6B,
y'all.
and down the back straightaway to the front of the field for Shane Van Gisbergen. Brent Cruz has his hands full now with Sammy Smith moving to the inside for the runner-up spot. Smith takes that position away as Cruz just trying to hang on as he is out of line and about to be overhauled by Sheldon Creed for 3rd. He'll slide back into line just in front of Creed. Creed's going to jam it into driver's left in turn 15 and battle Brent Cruz for position number 3 along with Sam Mayer as it's at the front of the field. Shane Van Gisbergen pulls away.
Right now, going around and right in front of me was Sheldon Creed. He got a little help there, I think, from Brent Cruz. He gets his car righted. The leader, meanwhile, works his way through turn 19.
Creed goes around. They stay green.
8-car separation.
Lap 8 of 20 in stage 2, 28 of 65 in the race.
Pretty aggressive midway through stage number 2. Shane Van Gisbergen coming off of turn number 20. This time it will be 11 laps to go in stage number 2. Shane Van Gisbergen will lead Brent Cruz. Then it's Sam Mayer. We've got Austin Hill, Connor Zilic up in the top 5 here in the Focus Tail 250.
After we talked about those driverless semis yesterday, Carmen, I saw a big article today on that. 200 of them. They're going to release 200 of these driverless 18-wheelers to move freight between Arizona and Texas. Crazy times we're living in. 200 of them. In a commercial break on MRN.
Emotional and financial.
But SVG, the leader now. Sammy Smith in that number 8, second. Sam Meyer, third. Once in the lead, Gizzy will probably not get that far ahead. He likes to let second place feel they can keep up.
Lead Sammy Smith, Sam Mayer, Austin Hill, and Brent Cruz, your top 5 from Circuit of the Americas. This is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
All right, so I'm going to pause that, and I'll get back to calling this. Yeah, but yeah. So on the screen, 9 of 20 in stage 2, 29 of 65 in the race. And we're almost an hour into this bad boy. Shane Vaz Gisbergen is in first. 3/10 of a second lead over Sammy Smith. 1.2 second lead over Sam Meyer. 1.66, so a full second over Austin Hill.
About high unemployment, it seems to me that the real
54 in the house. Let's go, y'all. If you're new, hit the sub, give the video a like.
in between the opportunities that
Driverless vehicles is bad mojo. 200 of them. 218 wheelers going to be released next month. So in just a few days.
Welcome back to Circuit of the Americas for PRN's live coverage of the Focus Health 250, the NASCAR Riley Auto Parts Series. About halfway through stage number 2. Shane Van Gisbergen, your race leader. Sammy Smith.
It's kind of weird. The graphic
Sam
you all
Mayer is
see.
third, Austin Hill
Well,
is
we
fourth.
just
All
see
action, though,
the
has
running
been
order
around
here.
fifth place running.
But the
Brent
graphics that
Cruz,
I'm
just
pulling
17
from
years old, and
is behind the
moments ago before
TV,
we
but
went
the
to break,
radio
Daniel
is
Suarez
ahead
saw,
of
Brent
the
Cruz
TV by
and
quite a
Sheldon
bit.
Creed tried to make it through turn number
Probably
16.
a full minute.
Didn't really work out all that well for Sheldon Creed. He's been drop kicked after he spin all the way back to the 15th position. What did you see after seeing a couple replays there?
Yeah, first of all, let me give a little bit of credit to Brent Cruz because he's been doing a hell of a job. You know, racing up front with veterans, with guys that they know
10 to go,
exactly
chat.
what
10 to
with
go.
their
Now
cars.
9
what I
in
noticed
stage
is
2.
that once one car passed Brent,
Where is it being
Cruz,
broadcast?
like
It's on a CW network.
he was trying too
CW,
hard.
Charlie
And then
Whiskey
he
Network.
Kinda like compounding, and when he was battling with Sheldon Creed. Right there, I feel like Sheldon maybe passed him right there in corner 15 and run him wide a little bit. But then the angle of Cruz into
You're going to another commercial on
was
CW?
very bad, and he just got loose on entry, and unfortunately the 0-0 was on his outside. So it was a little bit of lack of awareness of where he was on the racetrack and how hard to push into a corner, being also that he was in a bad spot of the racing line. That racing line is not super clean. And as we are watching actually the film right now, I mean, we are seeing continuing the number 1 of Connor Silage to continue to lock the right front tire. So it's like I said, you know, once that tire locks, he just always finds that spot. And I have seen that he started.
There are the bogeys displayed on your screen, chat.
I'm not very happy right now.
Wendy Venturini,
A full second lead for SVG now.
Well, Daniel Suarez, you gave an excellent description, my friend, because just moments ago, Sheldon Creed came over the radio and said, what was that? What happened to Brent Cruz? Did the 41 of Sam Mayer push him into me? And the spotter gave the description much like Daniel Suarez just did, that said, no, Brent just got a little bit loose, went a little bit wide.
Yeah, I streamed it this morning, Captain Goody. I streamed Cup qualifying this morning. It's on the main page.
Tires on it, but it looks like they're going to wait it out till they come down pit road. He's just going to have to race his way back to the front.
Got a good battle for the second position as we look towards the front of the field. Andrew Curlin, Sammy Smith trying to hold off Sam Mayer.
Sammy Smith trying to play defense. Sam Mayer almost gave him a bump into turn number 1.
Appreciate it, Carmen. Appreciate it.
Position, and he'll actually
50 in the house. We're approaching 1,800 views.
The right-hander into turn number 2 and into the S's.
The battle of the Sams going down the hill. The left turn in 3, the right turn in 4. Sam Mayer staying in the tire
Hardly
tracks
no
in second
movement
place.
whatsoever
Sammy
on the
Smith,
subscriber
and he's gonna
side, though,
get through
chat.
turn
None.
6 harder, use more of the Kirby there, and take him too wide. Smith looks like he's going to
You know, I don't remember. He's up front, of course, but let me pull it up for you.
Sam Mayer able to go to the inside, take the runner-up spot away. Sammy Smith will fall into position number 3. This battle for second spot, about 15 or so car lengths.
So he didn't finish on the top row.
But just ahead of Austin
It's going to be
Hill,
Reddick Chastain that leads him to green tomorrow.
Jesse Love has been lurking around the top 5 much of the day,
SVG back there in
just
13th, lucky number
Hill. Then you
13.
get back to former leader Brent Cruz,
Starting
who settled
position.
in the line in 6th. The race leaders through turn number 15 right now.
That's for tomorrow's race. It will be streamed here on the channel, y'all.
Yeah, we watch Shane Van Gisbergen continue to pull. Best battle is for second spot here. Sammy Smith still trying to hold
Al
on.
Dyer on
to
pit
Sam
road.
Mayer. About 12 car lengths back to Austin Hill. Jesse Love another 12 car lengths back. Leader works his way off turn 19. Takes a wide
They can
arc,
keep those
sets up
20
for
driverless
turn 20.
semis between
Shane Van Gisbergen
Arizona and
still
Texas.
leading this Focus Tel 250, but we'll go back to that battle for second. Sammy Smith, Sam Mayer. Sam Mayer has that second spot. Sammy Smith's not quite letting him go, but while they battle, take a look at Austin Hill. He's actually closing in on second and third, Andrew.
You know Austin Hill is loving this battle. He's about 10 car lengths back of those two that are battling for second. It's Sam Mayer down the hill into turn number 2, followed shortly by Sammy Smith. About 10 car lengths back is Austin Hill, but he's closing in on that front 2.
He's licking his chops there. Second and third place, the Sammys, Mayer and Smith giving a battle, and that has allowed Shane Van Gisbergen to tiptoe away to a couple of car length lead. Also in the back of the top 5, best running position of the day for Jesse Love, who's gotten around Brett Cruz to get into the top 5.
Jesse Love in the 5th spot, Cruz running in 6th, and just trying to hang on to this lead group as there's no
Take a
real
peek at
challenge
that
behind him. It's several lengths
at
back
the
to
actual
Ross
bubbles
Chastain
going around,
in
y'all.
Position number 7. Under braking they go, and into the stadium section. It is all Shane Van Gisbergen continuing to pull away through the double right-handers, turn 13 and 14, and heading to 15, the slow, sharp left-hand turn. Out front by
Top 3
7 or so
display.
car lengths over Sam Mayer in the 2nd spot, Sammy Smith in 3rd, then it's Austin Hill and Jesse Love as that battle for 4th continues to tighten heading to 16.
Keeping our eye on Austin Hill. Once again, he's trying to stalk that 8 car in that 4th spot. He's about 6 car lengths back behind.
Yeah, they
Jesse
did.
Love,
Yeah,
though,
they
is gonna
did.
start pushing that point here in just a minute as he starts to close in on his teammate. Brent Cruz continues to kind of fade back there in that 5th spot.
Moments ago, an unscheduled pit stop for a former series champion. Justin Allgaier was in front of you, Brett McMillan.
He was indeed. Justin Allgaier came in very suddenly, and it turns out that his right front wheel was loose.
Trouble turn 1. Leguizamon slams into the tire barrier. It looked like he lost brakes, and he completely annihilated the tire barrier, went straight through the gravel trap, and is sitting there currently. A hard impact.
Sounds like it's going to bring out the caution,
Right now,
chat.
the green will stay out, but it doesn't look like it's going to be for too long. The way the tire barrier was hit by Leguizamon, it actually pulled some of the strapping away from the tire barrier. This is the outside barrier. If this was an oval track, we'd be talking about the safer wall, and caution does come out now for the second
Caution
time
out, chat.
in the Focus Tel 250 with 6 laps to go, and I can promise you pit road is about to get very, very busy. We'll be back with more from Circuit of the Americas as Shane Van Gisbergen
Caution out on the track, chat.
That's Leguizamon, I believe.
Caution out. He hit it a ton, y'all. He is buried in tires and gravel. SVG will pit for sure, says Captain Goody. I got the wrong caution up there. This is a regular caution, not end of stage.
Yeah, that turn 2 just way he was in the turn right there. Just
Ashram says, nice upgrades, V. Thanks.
Impact strategy. Gonna be 5 laps to go at the stage when they come around. Gisbergen lead.
So it looks like this thing will get going with about 5 or 4 laps remaining in stage 2. 2 cautions now, 8 lead changes, 3 caution laps. We're about an hour and 6 minutes into it. And it's Van Gisbergen, Mayer, Smith, your top 3. Chevy. By the time they get going again, probably about 4, Captain Goody. Probably about 4 by the time they get it underway again.
Well, do we think about insurance, right? He didn't.
Probably about 4. I don't know what that mic's picking up. Maybe the TV? I can turn down that TV a little bit. Let's see what they're saying over on the radio.
It is fit for Europe.
All right, 1,900 views. Not bad. For the first lower series race on the channel in over 2 years. Not too shabby. I will take it. But we are currently under caution here in the Focused Health 250 from Circuit of the Americas, Austin, Texas. Yeah, cheer. Oh, this one's allowed to show the race too, apparently. This Kevin Harvick's happy hour. They're apparently allowed to show it. All right, let's peek in. Let's listen in.
Sure that this is what happened in this situation. You know, he's still catching his breath right here.
When is halftime? Well, kind of the stage breaks. They have 2 stage breaks.
You feel helpless, right? Like I mean, actually, it kind of happened to me actually in front of all my amigos in Mexico last year. You know, when I crashed in the Xfinity car in qualifying, and it's a very, very helpless feeling. You know, because the pedal is on the floor. You don't know if you downshift, you turn the car sideways, and it doesn't really matter what you do. You're going to hit the wall. The difference is, are you going to hit it in the front, on the side, in the back? So I feel for him. I hope that he's okay, and I hope that he gets
Lakers Warriors is supposed to start at 6:30 Arizona time, y'all. 6:30 Arizona time. 5:30 on the West Coast.
We're going to have Austin Hill
8:30 on the East Coast. And that will end our triple header today.
So he's going to dive into his pit stop. They're going to give him a 4-tire change.
Hopefully we get a little break between the 2 here.
Adjustment, no chassis adjustment. Also in, we're going to have Jesse Love, 4-tire change for him, and an air pressure adjustment for him as well. Winnie Venturini.
Shane Van Gisbergen is in 4 tires, air pressure adjustment. Sunoco fuel going in. Sheldon Creed trying to make up some ground. They're going to take a lengthy pit stop for him. Also William Sawalich with 4 tires and fuel. Heather DeBow.
And Brent Cruz in saying that he started shattering the fronts and getting tight as that run went on. Also Sam Mayer saying it felt pretty good on the balance, felt pretty solid, but he still would like more drive off. And then going to Connor Zilic, they are checking out the rear end of that race car. He said he had a big wheel hop into one and nothing's been the same since. So his crew chief told them they need to check everything. Brake lines, U-bolts, and rear caliper issues. They're thinking it might be a brake issue, so they're looking underneath the rear of that #1 machine. They did have the hood up to look at the front, but the biggest concern is for the one of Connor Zilic right now.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Connor Zilic sits on pit lane. They will take their time to address that race car. Sam Mayer wins the race off of pit lane. Shane Van Gisbergen second. Austin Hill was third off of pit lane, followed by Jesse Love and Sammy Smith. Also saw the Toyota of Tyler Gray exit pit lane in the 6th position. Of course, now everybody behind the 2026 Toyota Camry XSE pace car. Your race, your story. Be a part of the action at ToyotaRacingUSA.com.
Dylan said it.
From
fueling NASCAR champions on the track for over 20 years to innovating 94 octane.
They work on that Chevrolet for Connor Zillage. 8 cars do stay out. And so that originally shakes the first thing. And just restart on the restart, yeah. A big discrepancy in speed when the amount of grip these guys have, and if you're
Boom, boom, boom. Austin almost won that other game. Heartbreak. All right, 51 in the house, y'all. We are currently under caution. They've got that 30 car towed out of the gravel pit. They're trying to fix the tire barrier. 4 to go here in stage 2. 36 of 65 in the race. All right, he waves to the crowd as he heads back to his pit area.
Stage number 2, as the next time by the start-finish line, it'll be 3 laps to go in the stage. From
Final
Circuit of the
stage,
Americas,
SVG will now
PRN,
take
the
his gloves
Performance
off.
Racing
Got to
Network.
admire his racing brain. He's got it sorted for sure. This is Captain Goody.
Welcome to PRN's At the Track. I'm Lenny Baticki. We are PRN's half-hour week.
Yeah, but it's almost over. It's almost over, Captain Goody. I don't think they'll pit again. A lot of them pit here. We'll see. We will see, without a doubt. 2,000 views, Chad. Appreciate it.
At the track. When NASCAR.
2,000 views, chat. Focused Health 250 from Circuit of the Americas. NASCAR. O'Reilly Series. Racing. Tomorrow I'll be doing the Cup race, chat. Tomorrow I'll be doing the Cup race. Hope you join us. Hope you join us. Opel now showing as the leader.
Back at Circuit of the Americas for the Focus Health 250, we see Sheldon Creed on pit lane. He's got the hood up. Let's get a few more updates from our Napa Auto Parts pit reporters. We check in with Heather DeBoe.
And just to update you on what the exact issue here with Connor Zillage, what had happened was the brake rotor was sheared off. Now that's the central mounting component that mounts that rotor onto that car. So Rodney Childers, the crew chief, said, hey man, we're either going to have to change this or we could clamp the brake line and let you drive like that. And he said, but that's really not going to be optional. It's actually going to suck if we have to do that. So they sent the crew into the garage. They're going to try to find
Switch has problems with the car,
right now,
and Childress, who used to be Harvick's crew chief,
all those parts, and then
is going to take it behind the wall and try to
put
fix
the
it.
new rotor on. Winnie Venturini
needs a whole new rotor.
That's the issue for Sheldon Creed. The hood is up. The crew is working under there. They have power steering fluid they're trying to diagnose. They were trying to wait until the stage break. It's just not going to work right now for Sheldon Creed, so he finds himself on pit road. Keep in mind, he was having a strong run right before Brent Cruz got a little bit loose and into him just moments ago. They're putting the hood back down, firing it up, and they're going to send him back out.
Good thing about these cars who are having issues, we're going to have a stage break and another round of cautions as well.
This helped the 7 car, says Johnny.
Leaderboard update as the field goes.
The 7 currently showing in the 7th position, Johnny.
Brought to you by Hunt Brothers Pizza, where we love racing and we love pizza. Find your next pizza at huntbrotherspizza.com or download the Hunt Brothers Pizza app.
If you're new, y'all, if you're new, please hit the sub.
Carson Quapple being shown as the race leader. Brandon Jones is second. Ryan C.
Give the video a like.
Jeb Burton is fourth. Ryan Ellis is fifth. JJ Yaley is sixth. Boy, this caution a big break for Justin Allgaier. He had to pit unscheduled, and he's going to be restarting the 7th position. Sam Mayer first off of pit lane is going to restart 8th. Shane Van Gisbergen in 9th. Austin Hill in 10th.
Going to be a lot of fun to see these cars on older tires battle some of these other drivers. Let's continue the top 20. Austin Hill is 10th. Jesse Love 11th. 12th Sammy Smith.
I got to bring up
Taylor
the scores
13th,
from around
Brent Cruz, Ross
Major
Chastain,
League
15th,
Baseball, etc. Y'all, I forgot.
Is, Corey Day. Nick Sanchez 17th. 18th Rajah Caruth. 19th Dean Thompson. Harrison.
We almost crashed, y'all.
The field is behind
almost
the
crashed.
Toyota Camry XSE pace car.
So
Pat
close.
Patterson, how how are they looking as we are set to wrap up stage number 2?
Now everybody's warming those tires up. Carson Quapple to the inside of row number 1 here, and Brandon Jones to the outside. Pace car now will start to accelerate out of turn number 19 and head to the pit road. Everybody side by side, everybody buckled up tight. We're going to have ourselves a good little restart.
I'm afraid about this next button push, y'all.
Here they come as they make their way around turn 20.
Here comes the field into the Echo Park Automotive restart zone. Again, Quapple and Brandon Jones. It's a drag race uphill to turn number 1, 2 to go in stage 2.
Gloves are off at the end of this stage. Carson Quapple leads. Oh, and there's a big move as they go 3 wide for second. Carson Quapple continues to lead. Brandon Jones, the one getting shuffled out. I think that's Sam Mayer, who just made a big move to go to second, but Quapple leads going into the S's.
And now they're coming down the hill. They're trying to get single file. Carson Quapple in car 91 for DGM is shimmying through. Second place.
Appreciate it, Carmen.
Mayer. Justin Allgaier is up to third after the unscheduled pit stop before. And look who's charging for fourth. Sam Mayer to the inside of Brandon Jones at turn 6A as they make the hard left.
It's just going to be a quick run to the end of stage.
And it's going to be Shane Van Gisbergen up to position number 4. Top 3 were able to get away, but he's going to close in on them in a hurry by the time they get to turn number 12. Battle for the lead. Sam Mayer to the inside of Quapple.
What's up, William Vernoy? What's up, man?
They hit the right-handers of 13 and 14, but it's Mayer. He'll have the preferred line into turn 15 onto driver's left. Mayer by a half a car length. Now Justin Allgaier sees the door open, trying to move around Carson Quapple as Shane Van Gisbergen's charge continues up the 4th.
Once again, that lead right now.
Because my streams have been crashing, Scoop, because it locks up. My streaming thing locks up, and once it locks up, the stream shuts down.
Side by side, they battle for the second spot. Mayer has it out front by 10 car lengths.
1 to go in stage number 2.
I might have exceeded the abilities of the software.
Mayer leads the Junior Motorsports Chevy of Justin Allgaier, the DGM Chevy of Carson Quapple. Don't look now. Shane Van Gisbergen in 4th as they head up the hill.
Justin Allgaier right now trying to hold off the charge from Carson Quapple. They're not teammates this weekend. Sam Mayer extending his lead to about 4 car lengths. Then it's Justin Allgaier, Carson Quapple, and SVG entering the picture in 4th as they head into the S's.
And SVG working
comes,
on
y'all.
the 3rd position. That's Shane Van Gisbergen shopping at the bit to the back bumper of Carson Quapple there. He gets through the S's better than Quapple. Can he outbreak him coming out of 6th? He looks to his inside.
He is annoying.
He goes outside, then inside.
Yeah, I worked pretty hard on it, buddy, and I don't know. I don't know what to do.
This is where Shane Van Gisbergen has made much of his, most of his moves so far today, coming out of turn 6. Unable to make a move this time on Quapple, who hangs on to 3rd. Van Gisbergen in 4th. Jesse Love right there in 5th. They are all chasing Sam Mayer, the race leader, into
Oh, I've done all that, William. I've done all that, buddy. I restarted everything.
Justin Allgaier in the 2nd spot. Battle for 3rd is on. Here's Shane Van Gisbergen to the inside of Quapple. They are nose to nose for position number 3, just in front of Jesse Love and Austin Hill as Mayer leads under the Duramax bridge.
3 to 4 car lengths. That's what Mayer has over Allgaier now as they come around turns number 17 and 18, headed to 19. It's a pretty safe move up front there for that first position.
Technology challenged.
He's got things covered. Allgaier will pressure him as
That's all right. You can catch fish.
Battle's going to be for that 3rd spot. Here goes Shane Van Gisbergen. He'd like to take that spot away as they work their way off the corner.
Yeah, they are slugging it out for 3rd in this stage. Out of turn 20, it's going to be Sam Mayer by about 2 car lengths, winning stage number 2 over Justin Allgaier. Looks like Carson Quapple is going to take 3rd.
Sam Mayer wins it.
And Jesse Love takes home 4th. Shane Van Gisbergen 5th. Meanwhile, got a couple cars off the racetrack, including Nick Sanchez towards the rear of the field. Rest of the top 10 here at the end of stage number 2. Austin Hill finishes 6th. Sammy Smith 7th. Brandon Jones 8th. Ross Chastain 9th. Ryan C.
That was bravery right there, y'all.
In 10th as we take a break. Stage number 3 just around the corner as live coverage continues of today's running of the Focus Health 250.
Do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call.
And don't stage, chat.
Prices are not online. They're with SmartFares.
I know boats, not
See,
computers.
SmartFares has special deals with the airline.
I hear you. I hear you. So the TV right now, they're just coming to the checkered flags. They're the cross green flags. Oh, we got one around. The 25, the Paynuity car. But it's going to be Meyer, Allgaier, Quapple, Jesse Love, then SVG, your top 5. $25 laps to the checkers, y'all. Australian internet is generally garbage, and we invented Wi-Fi. I thought Al Gore invented it. I'm in California, and my TV broadcast is blacked out, no sound, and still showing the guide. Zigzag, are you on the CW network? Are you on the CW network, sir? It was invented in Australia, says Captain Goody. Well, that's interesting. Well, you've probably already tried this, Zigzag, but try restarting your TV. Maybe restart your TV and then try to come back in. I'm literally watching it on the CW network, and I'm in Arizona, so I'm closer to Texas than you are, sir. So Mayer in that 41 gets a stage win. Let's go through the field here, y'all. Let's go through the field. Look at Zilich all the way down there in 29th. As they mentioned, they got that car behind the wall, putting some new brake rotors on.
Delivers powerful vision improvements. Save your vision for the future. Ilena HD is the only treatment for wet AMD and DME that helps at least 8 out of 10 people go up to 4 months between injections after 3 initial monthly treatments. And don't take Ilena HD if you have an eye infection, eye pain, or all other.
Them Longhorns, says Ronnie Sisk. Wrong stream, sir. Wrong stream. Just CW channel out, all others okay, and I did a restart. I don't know then, Mr. Zig. I don't know, buddy. Captain Goody says, anyone here love to go fishing? All right, so 24 to go in the race, y'all. This will be the final stage. I don't know. I guess we're going to get done about 4. I had to mess with you. This is Ronnie. All right, so lap 1 of 25 in the final stage 3. 42 of 65 in the race. We're about an hour and a half into it. 3 cautions, 11 lead changes, 7 caution laps. 2 of those cautions were for the stages. Let's fire up this audio here.
him to save hard on fuel because they would be 1 lap short if he doesn't do that correctly. And then also in right now is Connor Zilic. They're going to go to work to change that left rear rotor. They're putting that car up on jack stands right now.
All right, so on the TV, they're coming down pit road. You hear on the radio that they're already there.
Thank you very much, Heather, Wendy, Brett McMillan, and we're able to see the inside left of Connor Zilich's car. We know Heather DeBow is down there. And just
Captain Goody, we had some fish last night. We had some fish last night at the Country Kitchen up the street.
23 laps to go here in the Focus Tail 250 at Circuit of the
Little
Americas.
cod.
Whether your engine runs daily or only when you need it, Z-Max Micro Lubricant is the force you need.
Allison Pitts. Allison Pitts, welcome to the Berserkers. General Thor, we proud.
To build up in your engine, fuel system, and transmission. And carbon is like sandpaper. Rubbing
At least we're not switching channels to watch the race today. I don't know about that music playing there. Captain Goody says, I see the ocean from my house.
Make your plans now.
Yep, we had some fish and chips, fresh salad, a fresh garden salad, some hush puppies. Yeah, it was delicious.
Options at 11 different restaurants, or you can enjoy the 16-screen movie complex.
I used to love to throw lures and catch nothing, says Mr. Scooper. I've never been worth a shit as a fisher either, Scoop. I have never been worth a crap either, buddy. And I worked at a fishing resort 2 summers when I was younger. I used to work in the boathouse at my uncle's resort in Minnesota. And I'd rent out boats, clean them when they brought them back, and dole out minnows and leeches for the fishermen. Did that for 2 summers when I was just a young buck. I use bait, not lures, says Captain Goody.
Good side of it right now.
The latest news from the racetrack, the biggest storyline.
56 in the house. We're approaching 2,300 views. I used to fish lures. That's how I caught my wife, says Ronnie.
That's some clown shit. That's some clown shit. That's some clown shit.
Live and in person at Dover. Get your tickets now at DoverMotorspeedway.com. That's DoverMotorspeedway.com.
Delivered free from the household savings. Subscribe now. It saves 12% on everything you can all use. From our store to your front door.
Here we go. Back to the audio, I
Circuit
think.
of the Americas, Focus Health 250, round number 3.
Minnesota Big Round Lake is great for walleye. Yeah, that was the big fish everyone was hunting.
Sam Mayer is your
That was the big one, Shelby, was the walleye.
Shane Van Gisbergen runs 3rd. Austin Hill is 4th. Jeb Burton.
My lady loves to
Sammy
fish,
Smith
so I get to go out every weekend, says Captain Goody.
Brent Cruz is running in 8th.
If I did catch something, I'd lose him because I didn't tie anything right.
What do you remember from your NASCAR debut?
I'm right there with you, Scoop.
For Brent Cruz,
I'm right there with you, bro.
Touted prospect. A lot of people think very kindly of what this young man can accomplish. When you look back at your first opportunity to jump behind the wheel of a car in NASCAR,
I'm right there with you, Scoop.
Were you nervous?
I mean, definitely there were a lot of emotions. Definitely I was nervous. I remember that it was in Richmond, Virginia.
We're about to start stage 3, Ronnie. About to start stage 3.
But let me tell you,
actually, we're in stage 3 of 25.
Kids, all the new generations nowadays is that
the cars, however, are
right
not
now,
running around.
There's so many tools to prepare yourself.
Yep, final stage coming up.
Back when I did my debut in 2000,
I knew it, Valhalla, when you described your bait.
There were some
I
tools,
worked there
right,
2 summers, Shelby.
To prepare yourself, but it's not even close to the amount of tools that we
Lake
have
of the
nowadays.
Woods,
So,
Morris Point Resort.
I felt like as a rookie, you can prepare yourself so much better.
That's just a wee buck, though. What, 15, 16?
And I can see
15, 16 years old.
Like Brent Cruz,
had my own little trailer I lived in for the summer.
With Jogger Racing, and I'm sure that he's taking advantage.
And Jeannie baked me dinner and breakfast.
And information and data that was provided to him.
Among my other duties was walking around with a stick with a nail on the end and picking up garbage on the beach.
Seem like you've been here that long, Daniel.
It's crazy. It's crazy how time goes by so quickly. In 2014, it was my debut at the time it was actually the Nationwide
Dennis doesn't own the resort anymore. Doesn't own the resort. Still has his home on the resort though.
In the Xfinity Series, and it's been a lot of fun. I raced obviously full time 15 and 16.
Their busy season was during the winter for ice fishing.
A champion of what is now.
That's when they really got busy, yo.
Daniel Suarez, a multi-time winner in the Cup.
When I used to go, that was the summertime, and
freeway insurance choose. So
that's when the bugs were out.
That means we're going to restart the final stage of the Focus Tel 250 with 21 laps to go. Sam Mayer leads Jesse
That's
Love.
when them bugs were out.
Running third. Fourth is Austin Hill. Sammy Smith is fifth. Sixth, Ross Chastain. Brent Cruz is seventh. Eighth is Corey Day. Taylor Gray is ninth. And 10th is William Sawalich with a buckled up front hood.
Of course, the field running behind the 2026 Toyota Camry XSE pace car. Pat Patterson, looks like they're in the carousel in front of you. How are they lining up, ready to go?
Yep, Sam Mayer up here in the very front. Jesse Love to his outside. Shane Van Gisbergen's there in that second row with Austin Hill. Then you got Sammy Smith alongside Ross Chastain. Those cars make up the first 4 rows. Pace car working its way down into turn number 19. Everybody getting their belts good and tight and getting ready to go with the final
here we
stage
go.
of this one this afternoon. Drop dead gorgeous day in Texas to go racing here at Circuit of the Americas, and we're about to turn them loose again.
Love northern Minnesota, my family's cottage, big round tamarack, McGregor area.
Jesse Love will start driver's right of Sam Mayer, the control car. Sam Mayer takes the middle of the racetrack. Love getting a nice push as they head up the hill to Andrew.
It looks as if Sam Mayer was trying to play defense there. He'll hold the lead for now. Love on the outside. Ross Chastain looking to make it 3 wide for third, but up front, Sam Mayer and Jesse Love single file out. SVG though, not far behind.
How do they siphon out, if you will, down the hill and get single file on these restarts? Sam Mayer does take that lead there, and Jesse Love maintains second position. Just seeing Brent Cruz
I'm going to put you on that.
For about the 6th spot, and Shane Van Gisbergen at third.
I'm going to put you on that deal that shows the bubbles.
6A, but Jesse Love in second keeps him at bay.
Then it's Sammy Smith in position number 4. Austin Hill to round out the top 5, leaving 6B.
Your top 3 listed.
Back straight away, and at the point, top 3.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Come back together. Sam Mayer, the leader. Jesse Love in second. They're both trying to fend off the hard-charging Shane Van Gisbergen in third. Here's Love. Sees an opening to driver's right into the right-hander of turn 14. Will take full advantage, go to the inside, and become the new race leader for about 100 yards. Here comes Sam Mayer back to the inside through the left-hand turn, number 15. This side-by-side battle for the lead right in front of Shane Van Gisbergen.
They stay side by side, and Van Gisbergen says, I'll take the inside, and I'm gone. And that's exactly what he did. Took those spots away. Now he's in control as they head to 19. Van Gisbergen works to the left-hand side, stretches that lead out to about 2 car lengths. SVG to the front as they work their way down to turn number 20. The battle for second is on again, though.
Oh, they are slugging it out of turn number 20, and it is, as Pat touched on, for second now. Sam Mayer trying to hold off Jesse Love. This is all happening 3 car lengths behind new race leader Shane Van Gisbergen.
This is the first that we've said Jesse Love's name all day. He'll look to the inside of Sam Mayer. In fact, he wants the lead. But Shane Van Gisbergen shuts the door on Jesse Love. Move him, though, to the second spot, as now Sammy Smith looks to the outside of Sam Mayer. They all head into the S's.
The more they move these cars around, the less good is in those tires, with Shane Van Gisbergen getting that lead quickly. These drivers behind him will need to settle down if they can keep pace. Great battle with Sam Mayer. Between him, Sammy Smith in front of him, and Austin Hill behind, as Mayer is stalking Smith to the third position. Austin Hill gives him a tap on the rear end there as they go through turn 6A. Also watching behind them, Connor Zillage has already made up a ton of spots.
Connor Zillage continuing to carve his way through the field, or at least trying in the latter half of the top 10. Battle for third is on into turn number 13. Sammy Smith and Sam Mayer side by side for that position, just in front of Austin Hill. All this battling is allowing the top 2, Shane Van Gisbergen and Jesse Love, to pull away into the left-hander of turn number 15. It's Van Gisbergen by a car length over Love, then a large gap, 6, 7, maybe 8 car lengths back to Sammy Smith in third. Sam Mayer, Austin Hill rounding out the top 5.
Van Gisbergen out front. The top 7 or 8 now kind of settle things out as they work their way through 17 and up to 18. Good battle a little further back there, and a good afternoon for the 17 car of Corey Day. He makes a pass going into turn number 19. Now they'll go side by side. He's going to lose some spots.
Corey Day actually battling with Ross Chastain, who was going to have none of it. He showed that rookie driver, look at my experience. In fact, throughout all of that, Ross Chastain grabbed an extra spot as he went around the Toyota of Taylor Gray.
Yeah, now Taylor Gray wants to go back on offense. He will give Ross Chastain a bump, as actually William Sawalich now, a few car lengths back, goes to the inside of Corey Day. He'll take advantage. They try to single file it out, but now Corey Day fights back on Sawalich. They're racing hard into the S's.
Hey, time to get some good headlines for Corey Day, who had a tough time in Atlanta and Daytona. They go down the hill through the S's here, turns 3, 4, and 5, and get back single file again as up front, Shane Van Gisbergen still leads.
That's the way they run through turn 5, now 6A and 6B, and onto the back straightaway for race leader Shane Van Gisbergen. He's been able to drive away from Jesse Love by about a 2 or 3 car lengths between the top 2.
All right, Chad, I'm back on the mic.
Sammy Smith in third, then Sam Mayer, Austin Hill, and Brent Cruz. The way they run, then back to that Ross Chastain battle just inside of the top 10. He has his hands full. Taylor Gray is there, as is Corey Day. That's about the 8th position on back. Chastain has it into the left-hander, turn number 15. No one stepping out of line as they zigzag their way through the stadium section.
Watching that battle here around 4th and 5th. Austin Hill is right there. Mayer trying to hold on to that spot. Then it's Brent Cruz about 7 or 8 car lengths back. Chastain has got a mirror full of Taylor Gray now as they head into turn number 19. The battle for that 8th or 9th spot, also a good one now.
As they come back around this time, it is going to be 18 laps to go. Want to document a couple of drivers. Connor Zilic, after getting
7 of 25 in stage 3, 47 of 65 in the race. 3 cautions, 12 lead changes, 9 caution laps.
9 spots on the racetrack after
SVG in the lead by almost a full second over Jesse Love and 2 seconds over Sammy Smith in third.
Motorsports Chevrolet. But with 18 to go in the race of the Focus L250, Shane Van Gisbergen leads Jesse Love, Sammy Smith, Sam Mayer, and Austin Hill, your top 5.
Copying me, y'all. That fool was copying me. That dude was copying me, chat. They go to a commercial. Get up there and race SVG, says Ronnie Sisk. Tiny bubbles on the racetrack. Make me happy. Make me feel fine. Uh-oh, car around the 45. So I'm not sure what they did to change this track. I'm not sure what they did exactly to change it. Seems like they go all the way around, don't they?
Just of all time, and he's
See if they cut short here down at in this corner. Oh, see, they make that left turn there. So about half the track has been eliminated. About half of the track has been eliminated there, chat. All right, let's see if they're back at it.
Even at the racetrack, get the late.
Nope, commercial. It's still Van Gisbergen, Love, and Smith. Usually we see dolphins and turtles, manta rays jumping and occasionally humpback whales. I love me some dolphins. I've loved me some dolphins since Flipper.
And nobody is cutting each other any slack in the mid-pack right now.
That's for sure. It's funny watching, but I'm pretty sure that behind the wheel, everyone is frustrated with each other. Everyone wants to push each other.
They're not happy with you purchasing what property, Shelby?
I'm having a lot of fun here.
Tell them kids I do what I want.
Race each other.
I do what I want.
A lot of battles happening at the same time. Like
my name's Shelby.
A lot of people just focus a lot in the top 5, top 10, but there is battles all around the racetrack, and right now we see my old amigo Ross and Raja Karud and
Herman says sounds amazing. I've only seen orcas in Vancouver Island when on the ferry.
Let's look at the front of the field. We were just talking during the commercial break, Daniel. When the field gave up to the lead to Shane Van Gisbergen, they gave up a whole lot more than just the number 1 spot, right?
Yeah, I was really hoping, and I was a big fan of Sam Mayer because I
call him Flipper.
He was going to be able to
faster than lightning
at Shane. But now that Shane has control, pretty much, they gave him the lead by battling, between Sam and Jesse Love. Right now, he's just managing his tires, managing his staff. I don't know if there is going to be another pit stop or not, but if there is not another one,
down there in the corner?
Sure that Shane is going
AI
to be in
Valhalla
shape
or
with
Mr. Valhalla.
If there is another one, I think that anything can happen. So, the driver of me is saying, okay, let's keep it green and let's see who can drive a good steady
almost a
car
full second lead for Van Gisbergen over Love.
I see a caution in maybe 5 or 6 laps to see everyone coming
Let's get
down
that man's
the
full
road,
name
put
on the
tires,
screen.
and then have a shootout of 7-8 laps.
Well, I would imagine
let's
one
get his
car
proper
getting
name
off
on the
course could
screen,
have something
chat.
to do with that, and we get a caution. Should that happen, we still have 15 laps now to
15 to go,
here
chat.
in the Focus Tel 250, and a lot of action on the racetrack. I do want to also let you know, earlier today, St. Petersburg, Florida, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series had their first ever street course race. Lane Riggs drove into victory lane. Daniel, I know there was a lot of apprehension about the Truck Series running on a street course for the first time, and it's a very tight one, a companion event with the IndyCar Series. They put on an amazing show, and I think they showed a lot of IndyCar fans down there in St. Petersburg that the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series is full of a lot of talented
orcas.
drivers.
Yeah,
would like to see dolphins too, says Carmen.
Quite surprised that the same guy that
I just bought last fall. It needs a lot of work.
Weekly basis.
What is it though, Shelby? Like a couple acres or something out in the woods? Is that what you were talking about a couple months ago?
So that just tells you the amount of talent that there is in the Truck Series and the amount of work that these kids they put into their craft to be better, not just in oval but also in road course racing. So that's exciting, because
Wilson B in the house. What's up, Wilson?
A handful of drivers that did only this race because they knew they were going to have an opportunity to win the race. Actually, they
go to a commercial on the telecast.
Sports was driven by
Daniel Suarez talking a lot on the radio.
He does is road racing, so it was a lot of fun to watch, and I was happy to see that the truck drivers were able to show up and get a win.
Nice to see James Hinchcliffe in his fire truck there, Nick, very familiar with him from his days in IndyCar. And, we have a problem on the racetrack.
Yeah, Justin Allgaier's got a problem there. His car slowed, and he locked the brakes up going into turn 19.
Allgaier in trouble.
He's car down to the pit lane right now.
Yeah, he had a loose wheel earlier in this race that caused an unforced pit stop. Now it looks like he has a right front tire down, and he is coming to pit lane. He's in front of you, Brett McMillan.
Yeah, it's the same place he had tire problems before in the right front. It was loose earlier. They finally got the jack under there to get the car jacked up. The right front tire, as you guys talked about, completely flat. They're trying to get the new tire on there. They talked about putting a spacer.
That's going to put Allgaier out of contention.
Looking at the tire that's on there that they took off, they're going to send it back out there. But yeah, he's having problems with the right front now. Same place he had, as we talked about, problems before.
So
love dolphins too, but they would scare the crap out of me when I was surfing because they resemble sharks.
To the tail end right now being shown in the 33rd position. 14 laps to go here at Circuit of the
Almost
Americas.
shat, says Captain Goody.
Has an 0.8 of a second lead over series champion Jesse Love.
All right, they go to a commercial, y'all. They go to a commercial with 14 to go, 14 laps to go. Van Gisbergen, Love, Smith, your top three. 60 up in here, up in here. I love nature in general, says Captain Goody. 60 in the house. It's our high for today. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button.
Subscribe to Valhalla Sports Talk. Let's go!
And even if you're old, hit that like button.
Hit the like on the video or stream. Yeah, hit that like button. Do it now!
What's up, RD and AC? What's up, man? What is up? We are NASCAR racing. Pisses me off he didn't take 4 tires, says P2 Racing. P2 got the ass. Stage 3, ladies and gentlemen. Stage 3, lap 12 of 25, 52 of 65 in the race. We're 1 minute and 46 minutes into this race. 3 cautions, 12 lead changes, 9 caution laps. Your leader, Shane Van Gisbergen, SVG. Jesse Love second, 1.3 seconds back. Sam Smith, 3.6 seconds back.
Kyle Petty's back then again, country.
So old, says Captain Goody. You guys are funny.
Like the person I hope to be.
All right, I'll get you back to that radio when they come out of commercial. Arby's, we have the meats. I don't know what you can have.
After all those years of drinking, I really didn't know
What
myself.
you thinking?
When I was out there drinking, I was always...
Uh-oh, 54. Off track on the TV there.
And download the meeting guide app.
Come on now. Where's Zilich now? We'll go through the field once the radio fires back up, y'all. Zilich plus 17 spots.
Welcome back to Circuit of the Americas. Brad Gilley alongside Nick Yeoman and Daniel Suarez. 12 laps to go in the Focus Held 250. Our stage winners today, Austin Hill won stage number 1.
I'm going to take you through the field, chat.
Green and white checkered flag in stage number 2. Let's let you know where the field is running right now as Shane Van Gisbergen.
See, they're listening to me. They're listening to me on the radio. Zilich down there in 13th, y'all.
Third, Austin Hill 4th. Brent Cruz is 5th. 6th is Sam Baird. Corey Day 7th. William Sawalas just moved up to 8th, and Carson Quapple moved up to 9th, as Ross Chastain has moved up into 10th.
We've been keeping an eye on the charge from the rear.
The Retz lap, the first car a lap down in 34th.
Lead lap and is now up to 11th. Taylor Gray runs in the 12th position. Austin Green is 13th. Raja Karuth is 14th. Harrison Burton runs in the 15th position. Sheldon Creed's had some issues, but he runs in the 16th position.
Screwed it up.
17th is Brennan Poole. 18th is Nick Sanchez. Brandon Jones runs in the 19th position, and Dean Thompson, the final car in the top 20.
Alex LeMay runs 21st. 22nd is
Walmart is finally here.
Jeff Burton is 23rd.
Oh, your booze. It showed up at the end of the race. That sucks.
25th. 26th, Ryan Sieg. Preston Pardis is 27th. 28th is
I was down in Costa Rica years ago surfing, and I had things bumping into my legs. I took that first whitewash, and I was done. Freaky.
And that car is running 28th. 29th, Anthony Alfredo. And LeVar Scott is 30th.
Kyle Sieg is 31st. Jeremy Clements
I don't know. I would probably just die on the spot if I thought a great white hit me in the leg.
He is in 33rd. Parker Retzloff has had some mechanical issues. He's 34th. That's his Sage Karam in 35th. Josh Balicki being shown out of the race in 36th. Baltazar Laguzamon,
I suppose I could shut down betting.
Up in turn number 1. Happy to say that he did get out of that race car. Was a little shaken. He will finish 37th today. And Austin J. Hill went out early. He'll be the final finisher in 38th.
Daniel Suarez, what are you seeing up there on the racetrack? Looks like a problem for Austin Green.
Yeah, I thought for a second that he was running out of power or something. He was slowing down a lot, but it looks like he kept going now. But yeah, I mean, I thought we were gonna have
11 to go, chat.
Here in the front straightaway, but I think he's back.
11 to go.
Yeah,
again.
Off the pace,
This is stream 2 on the day. Stream 3 of the triple header is Lakers versus Warriors NBA basketball action. And then tomorrow, y'all. Tomorrow I'll be doing the race, the Cup race. Here on the channel.
60 as he
I think I got a stream after the Cup race tomorrow, too. I think it's a doubleheader tomorrow.
All right, thank you very much. We appreciate that. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification.
Yeah, after the Cup race tomorrow, I got Lakers versus Kings. Lakers versus Kings tomorrow on the channel after the Cup race. Try to get the month of March started off with a bang. I would be running behind you, says Carbon. We had a lot of shark attacks here in Australia this summer. Come on, SVG, keep it smooth. It's still 1.6 to Jesse Love in second. Still 1.6 to Love. The 0-2 car is off, but gets it back underway. Let's see if these boys are back.
Wendy Venturini and Brett McMillan. And Daniel Suarez, you almost had your wish. Ryan Ellis had a little bit of an off track right there. And as we're closing the laps here, coming to 10
Busy
laps
man,
to go
says
at the end of
RD
this
and
race,
AC.
with Shane Van Gisbergen leading the way, it almost looks like he could hang his left arm out the
Trust
window.
me, I will be here, says P2 Racing.
I don't think we can see his arm because
Yeah, I didn't get to my goal this month on this channel, y'all. I did not get to my goal.
We will be able to see his arm because right now
so we got to get out the box quick in March.
Obviously, he has control of the race.
I mean, I think I didn't get to it. It's going to be real close.
His job right now is just to keep it steady and taking care of his tire, just in case they have a restart and they choose not to pit, which I would be very surprised because with this amount of laps, I would say that most of the cars are going to pit for tires. But I guess we'll have to.
We've had a lot of great whites here in Southern Cal this past year, apparently nursing.
Set the way that they're running right now.
Captain says there'll probably be another caution. Someone will mess up before it ends.
Any of those cars.
Let's take a look at a battle.
Appreciate it, P2 Racing. Appreciate
10.
it.
Corey Day, William Sawalich, Carson Quapple, they are all over each other right now. Kyle, that looks like it's in your part of the racetrack.
They're in turn number 14, and it's been a good battle the last couple of laps. William Sawalich has been carving his way through the second half of the top 10. Made a move on Corey Day about a half a lap ago, but slipped and now falls back into the clutches of Carson Quapple. Those two cars are side by side as Day pulls away as they make their way under the
Tree remains the same. Van Gisbergen loves Smith.
Away from these two, but William Sawalich is going to work Quapple over again in turns at number 18 now. Quapple's got the inside and has got the advantage headed to 19. Sawalich is right there.
Oh, we got one off.
Make a move, separated by about a car.
We got one off. That's going to be a caution.
Over into turn number 20.
Of the 55 car, its wheel don't work.
Car back to pit road. It's the left front is effectively down on that.
Its wheel does not work, y'all.
Down, it's not just the left
I don't know,
tire.
just broken.
Like
the wheel don't run.
Suspension has gone away.
The wheel won't turn.
Is debris coming off of that race car? So
there it is. There's the caution
Let's pick up this battle again up at the top of the hill, Andrew.
It's a lot of fun right now. Connor Zilich under full fire from William Sawalich, and Ross Chastain has a great view of this going into the S's.
And coming down the hill right now, yeah, Corey Day's been holding them up a little bit, and that's allowed that battle to happen. And Carson
31 likes don't pay the bills. I hear you. I hear you.
If you will, Connor Zilich in the one car, the car that the Quapple machine normally drives. They go through turn 6A right now.
P2 Racing, welcome to the Berserkers. General Thor, we proud.
Zilich will settle in the line, one car length behind Carson Quapple, who leads his pack of traffic into turn number 12, just a couple of car lengths away.
Karam is off the track as well, chat.
Just a bit after the battling a half lap.
Karam is off the track, window net down. He's going to get out of that wounded Toyota, I believe.
As they make their way onto the short straightaway.
And caution will come out for the fourth time today at Circuit of the Americas. Sage Karam, while he was trying to limp that car around, the left front completely down.
I got a donkey on the front of his Toyota Supra.
The gravel, and it is stuck. Shane Van Gisbergen is leading this race, but the lead will come back. We'll see if we have pit stops. We'll take you to the checkered flag here at Circuit of the Americas.
What's the matter with the car? My donkey don't run no more. My donkey won't run no more. Sage Karam, 30 out of Nazareth, PA. 2 O'Reilly Auto Parts Series top 5 finishes. It says 9 to go here, 8 to go in the final stage. I don't think SVG will pit, but he might. Where's the 50 car? Let's look for it. Let's look for it, my man. I'm scrolling to your left, my right. I feel like the 50 just had an issue, didn't he? Preston Pardus, 50. He's in 26th. 26th. He is on the lead lap, though. He is on the lead lap, sir. Yeah, there's literally a donkey on the hood. I don't remember what the sponsor was, but there's literally a donkey on the hood of that car. Artist is completely self-funded, only runs 4 races a year, says Sergeant Bob. Sergeant Bob, welcome to the stream. There you go. Just X out of the chat. Hit the thumbs up, y'all. You won't miss a thing. So 17 of 25 in stage 3, 57 of 65 in the race, almost 2 hours into it, 4 cautions, 12 lead changes.
Engine to the map.
They're in a commercial on MRN. That flag in the infield there, chat, the Texas flag, is whipping pretty good, y'all. Whipping pretty good, so I don't know that it's a big deal on a road course as much as it is on an oval or a super speedway, but that flag definitely whipping in the wind in Austin, Texas.
Decision of whether they want to pit here late in this event. Shane Van Gisbergen has really dominated the last half hour of this event after pulling off a spectacular passment. 2 for 1.
Your diversity caution happens every time.
Sammy Smith
the one will not have any post-race inspections.
Checked out to about a 2.2 second lead. But Brad, that lead is
I don't know what that means.
And a lot of decision making to be made by these crew chiefs here as the field heads around.
I have no idea what that means. Maybe there's a button I can push.
Pit reporters, tell us who stays out, who comes
to give you my reaction.
We're watching it right now as the majority of everybody's going to head right to the pit road. In fact, I can't see anybody from this position right now that's not coming down the pit road as they work their way.
Let's start out with Brett McMillan.
Austin Hill said that's the best the car has been all day long as he peels off to the attention of his crew. He's going to get a 4-tire change. Jesse Love also is going to get a 4-tire change. He also needs a screwdriver because his visor's been stuck.
I'm not really sure what's going on here. Who has pitted and who hasn't? We'll find out, though.
Has been good firing off. 4 tires, fuel, no adjustments.
He too says I give J.J. Kelly credit for still racing, even for a back marker team. He's still racing, turning them laps.
Help with everything: turn, lateral grip, and drive off. Also in Sam Mayer, no complaints on that race car, and he's going to come out second on pit road.
Great stop by Sammy Smith. He's going to be the first one off of pit lane. Picking up 2 spots. Sam Mayer did exit pit lane in second. Then it is Jesse Love, Shane Van Gisbergen, Austin Hill. Might be some discrepancy between Jesse Love and Sam Mayer, but no doubt about it, Brad Gilly. Sammy Smith first off of pit lane. Junior Motorsports, they're looking for their 10th straight win on a road and street circuit.
All right, race off pit road.
Van Gisbergen is
going to be Love, Mayer, Van Gisbergen, Hill, Cruz, Day,
here at COTA.
Sawalich.
Daniel, I don't want to ask an obvious question.
So SVG did pit, chat.
On this restart. Obviously, if you're at the front of the field, you can either defend or you can do something. But what opportunities are going to come
SVG
from road 2,
did
road
pit
3 as far as being able to make a move and take advantage?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you want to have control of the race, right? You want
Spell
to
check,
really control
P2?
the race as much as you can. And
yeah, you guys were right. You guys were right. He did pit. Bless you, COO.
Said, if you're the second car, in the second
Bless
row,
you, lady.
And you can
Twice.
have a good launch on the restart zone, you have a great opportunity in corner 1 because you can just brake a little bit later than the guy in front of you.
He was a little bit further back there, I think.
Being on the second row, and it may sound funny, but
Goody, I think he was a little bit further back than fourth.
That's kind of like how
I think 7.
So it
should update here shortly
to see and understand that that the second row, it could have an advantage heading into corner number 1. But after corner 1, you definitely want to have control of the race, regardless.
I don't really care for Suarez as an announcer, y'all. I really don't.
Especially because you're going to have a handful of laps left by the time that the restart is gone.
Daniel, at the beginning of the race, we saw an awesome
SVG gloves off, bump and grind to the lead.
Leaders on the front row didn't.
I don't see nothing wrong.
Middle portions of the race, we saw
with a little bump and grind.
Similar move. Inside of the racetrack was left open. Leaders didn't force the issue, and certainly they all got through turn number 1 if you restart as the race leader. This time, though, are you maybe shallowing up that entry into the left-hander of turn 1?
Well, everything starts from the launch on the restart zone, because if your launch is not great, you open the door for people to do those kind of moves. If your launch is good, somebody's going to have to dive.
The launch is good.
Pretty deep. To be able to get in that hole. But yeah, I mean, as a leader, you want to make your car as wide as possible. But it doesn't matter how wide you make your race car. If you have a bad restart on the restart zone, they're gonna get there. So I will, if I was driving right now, I will focus on trying to execute a good launch on the restart zone. Either if I'm on the first row or second row, to be able to have position to attack or defend into corner number 1.
And what I like about this is the field is going to go around one more time, so it looks like we're going to restart this race with 5 laps to go.
There's going to be 5 to go, baby.
I want to mention a great race sponsor as well. If you haven't heard of Focused Health, or if you have, give them more love.
And it still hasn't updated. How come? How's come?
Agency. They deliver health insurance solutions for individuals and for families.
How's come? It hasn't updated, chat.
Experts. Focused Health concentrates
because I have that little red spot.
Supported health care. Proud partners
but
of the
time's
sport
moving.
And the connections that it brings to consumers throughout the race season.
The time is still
Together,
moving.
we celebrate speed, competition, and the pursuit of a healthier lifestyle.
The accent isn't good for radio / TV.
Of today's Focused Health 250.
Have you ever watched our Mount Panorama race? It's our Daytona 500. I never have.
And so did Justin.
I never had, but I'm sure if it's Australian related, it's absolutely freaking terrifying. I'm sure there's cliffs where you can fall to your death.
And now all of a sudden he finds himself right now
like their bugs. The Australians love things that can kill you.
Older tires. Sanchez last pitted on lap 42. Allgaier.
So SVG showing in the 6th spot, chat.
So
6.
Daniel, those two going to be interesting flies in the ointment, as they say.
Oh, that's for sure. I really see Sanchez as a very long shot.
You're talking about Suarez P2
all race long, and his bad luck of having a flat tire and then pitting. I mean,
you talking about Suarez? I thought you was talking about me.
And now he's up front. Yes, he has a few more laps on his
I agreed
tires.
on both counts.
Right now, everyone's tires are cooling down, and maybe they refire okay, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. I definitely like the position that
the world's most dangerous track. I bet it is.
Tires, but having the control on track position, than having to be all the way in the back with that flat tire.
That's those rally cars, right, Captain Goody?
Going to be exciting.
The ones that bounce all over the place.
Control car on the restart. Justin Allgaier runs 2nd. 3rd is Sammy Smith. 4th, Jesse Love. Sam Mayer is 5th. Shane Van Gisbergen will restart 6th. Austin Hill
P2 says, where is that 7 car?
9th is
He's right there on your screen, bro. He's in 2nd position. 2nd position, right behind Nick Sanchez.
12th is Raja Carew. 13th, Carson Kvapil. 14th, Taylor Gray. Brandon Jones runs in the 15th.
It'll be Sanchez and Allgaier to lead him to green here with 5 to go. I believe.
Brennan Poole 19th.
I believe it depends on what side he picked. Apparently, they have a pick side here.
22nd is Blaine Perkins. 23rd is Dean Thompson. Jeb Burton. 24th.
Very similar to Cup cars.
25th, Anthony Alfredo. Patrick Starr.
Interesting.
Is 26th. 27th is Kyle Sieg. Preston Pardis. 28th. 29th, LeVar Scott.
Should have gotten 4 tires. What a shit pit call. This is P2 Racing.
32nd is Brad Perez. 33rd, Austin Green. 34th, Parker Retzlaff. Sage Karam brought out the caution. He's 35th.
Mustangs, Camaros, Toyotas. Super. Supras.
Baltazar Laguzaman out of the race in 37th, as is Austin J. Hill in 38th.
Brent Cruz down there in the Supra.
Not sure if this will be the final restart, but it's going to be an exciting one. How
All
are
right,
they
here we
lining
go,
up in front
chat.
of you?
Well, we got ourselves a little Texas showdown here up there in that front row. Justin Allgaier and Nick Sanchez are ready to go. Sammy Smith is right there on the inside of that second row as they make their way through turn number 19 behind Smith. Of course, is Jesse Love. Then you've got Shane Van Gisbergen and the mayor, Sam Mayer is right there as well. Top three rows make that left turn. They're looking for the green flag.
Field enters the Echo Park Automotive restart zone, and they get on the throttle quickly. Nick Sanchez throwing some big blocks. That's music to the ears of Justin Allgaier.
Sammy Smith certainly wants the lead. They're going to go 3 wide into turn number 1.
Keith.
Make that 4 wide as Shane Van Gisbergen tries to
Take
make
care,
a
buddy.
move.
That's
They
what we're watching.
all overshoot the corner. Shane Van Gisbergen to the lead as they head down into turn number 2.
Didn't take him
Mayer
long.
will fight for second, but it's SVG out in front.
Didn't take him long to get up there, Chad.
There, the king, the Kiwi, back to the front. Shane Van Gisbergen, driver number 9. Second place is Austin Hill. Third
Look
place
what
is
he
Sam
did,
Mayer.
y'all. Oh, my
Sammy
God.
Smith is fourth, and Corey Day has entered the chat into the top 5 as Justin Allgaier has fallen back to
You
7th.
guys can go off course. I'll just keep it on the road. Take the lead.
Out of line and is in a good race with Brent Cruz in the second half of the top 10 as they hit the back straightaway, already under braking into the left-hander of turn number 12. For
The graphic has yet to catch up, y'all, but it's SVG in the lead.
Over Austin Hill.
Hill in second, Sam Mayer in third.
2 more back to Sam Mayer in third. Then it's Sammy Smith and Corey Day. Jesse Love next in line, and then it's Connor Zillage trying to get around Justin Allgaier and will do so successfully before turn 15. So Zawalich trying to fend him off. Check that, Connor Zillage trying to fend him off for position.
Austin Hill pedaling
More to go,
all
chat.
he's got to try
Apparently.
to hold on to sight of Shane Van Gisbergen. Van Gisbergen into turn 19 now. He's got the lead and is handily walking away with it. Single file back to the 7, 8 cars now. As
Good
everybody
update
sorts
any
out,
second,
trying
y'all,
to
when
fight
they
for a
cross
spot.
start finish.
Shane Van Gisbergen, Austin Hill might be pulling away in first and second, but there is a big battle behind them. Sammy Smith's got a
It
fast
should
race
update.
car. He's right on the back
On your
bumper of
left,
third
my
place.
right.
Sam Mayer as they head up the hill.
He tries to peek to the inside of Sam Mayer. He wants that third position, and he will go.
Oh, I'm
going
to do it. I'm
Sammy
definitely
Smith
putting some
on
money
Sam
on him.
Mayer's
He's one of my
quarter
4
panel,
tomorrow,
but
without a
Sam
doubt,
Mayer's
of
gonna
course.
fight back.
Won't pay
now
nothing.
Is the inside advantage as they head into
It won't
turn.
pay nothing if he
Sam
wins,
Mayer
but
will hold the third position in the S's.
He is holding it and turning his knuckles white doing that, as not only is Sammy Smith right behind them, but Corey Day is stalking them as well. Austin Hill is about 5 to 7 car lengths behind Shane Van
he's not.
Gisbergen,
He's
and the
not,
Silver
Shelby.
now ahead of that
I like
third
that
place battle
77
Jesse
kid.
Love is
I like
also
that
there.
77 kid. I think he's going to be my new driver.
6A. He slaps the tire barrier there. The field gets by him, and Raja Caruth piles into him, and so does, I believe, the 91 machine of Carson Quapple. We stay green right now, but what a mess for our contenders.
As they stack on the far end of the track, the race
I'm
leaders
seeing what they
already
just
into
were
the
yelling about.
section through turn number 14. It is Shane
Dude,
Van
you're pointing. You're
Gisbergen
going the wrong way.
pulling away from Austin Hill, about 8 car
You're
lengths
going the
between
wrong
those.
way.
Those 2 cars of 10 more back to Sammy Smith in position number 3. Here's Jesse Love to the inside of Corey Day.
He says, damn, I missed this race. Well, the Cup race is tomorrow, buddy. Cup race is tomorrow.
All the cars that were involved in that one have
This
pulled
is the
away
lower
back there.
series.
We're back on the leader here as he works his way down the hill to turn number 19.
This is the
Good
O'Reilly
battle
series.
Going on with Jesse
Keith.
Love right in the middle of that with Connor Zillage. That is the battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. It is a good one as they fight down into turn number 20.
Out of turn number 20, Shane Van Gisbergen's advantage is about 10 car lengths over Austin
And
Hill.
car
Another
length
8 back to
advantage.
Sammy Smith, and then
He's checking
that
out. The only
absolute
thing that can
fist
stop
fight
him
for
now is a
4th.
caution.
Corey Day has it as Connor Zillage and the 2 machine of Jesse Love charge up the hill.
Yeah, Corey Day has a mirror full of Connor Zillage, who's going to outbrake him into turn number 1. Connor Zillage now to the inside of Corey Day. They bump doors. Corey Day now has the advantage as they head into turn number 2. They're side by side heading into the S's, but give the advantage to Connor Zillage.
As Zillage has just got spun right out of that position, it looks like anyway from my vantage point. Yes, he did. He spins and hits the outside of turn number 3 as Harrison Burton spins in the back of the field. The race stays green for now, but Connor Zilic comes to a stop here as he's crawling along that American flag and Texas flag painted area in the S's.
Zilic around.
Really stretches out the top 5 as they are at the end of the back.
Will that bring out the caution?
Over Austin Hill, back to Sammy Smith, and about 10 car lengths between each of those 3. Few more lengths back to Corey Day, who is now up to the 4th spot and trying to fend off Jesse Love, along with Justin Allgaier.
Yeah, that one car of Zilic isn't winning this race.
Brent Cruz as well, and William Sawalich. So a great 5-car race from 4th on back. It's the best among the leaders right now as they exit turn number 15 and race under the Duramax bridge.
Well, you're right, Kyle Ricky. That is a good fight amongst those cars. It kind of sorts itself out a little bit now.
Zilic over pushing.
First, second, and third get away.
I try to watch them all, says Keith.
Jesse Love as they head down to turn number 19. Justin Allgaier is there about 4 car lengths back.
All right, we're approaching the end, y'all. We're still green.
Out of turn number 19 and back with a laps running out. They're battling hard for those spots.
Corey Day is going to have a lot of apologizing
and that
to do
dude
to Connor
dumped
Zilic, but right now Corey
him.
Day runs in 4th. Shane Van Gisbergen leads up the hill with 2 to go.
He has a handsome lead
right
now over Austin Hill, who's still searching for his first road course win. Shane Van Gisbergen down the hill and into the right-hander into turn number 2. Good lead right now for SVG.
You're going to have him a cup of tea before the second comes through?
Battled for the win at this track a couple of years ago as they come down through the S.
All right, get your checkered flag emojis ready, y'all.
Down the hill through turn 6, and then
get your checkered flag emojis ready.
Battle here, the top 10 is for 4th. It goes Jesse Love, Corey Day, Justin Allgaier, and Brent Cruz, who's making a move on the inside of Allgaier in 6A.
There you go, Sergeant Bob.
Brent Cruz goes to the inside. William Sawalich thought about making it 3 wide for that spot. Allgaier hung out to driver's right to the exit of turn number 6. Has Cruz to his inside in a race for that 6th position. Cruz will take the spot away. Sawalich sees the door open. He tries to go to the inside of Justin Allgaier. Allgaier, meanwhile, trying to get back to the bottom of Brent Cruz. It's a dogfight of a battle.
At the end of the race, y'all, I'll take you to the full screen so you can see the full running order at checkered.
Shane Van Gisbergen, who's already in 16.
Yeah, SVG total control behind him. Austin Hill a long way back to 3rd
last
spot.
lap
There of Sammy Smith. Then you've got Jesse Love, and there's where you find Corey Day. Once again, Sawalich goes to work on Justin Allgaier right on his bumper now as they head out of turn number 18 down the hill.
You watched the truck race, Sergeant Bob. I didn't watch it.
We'll try to make a move one more time now and pass on.
I didn't watch it, buddy. Here we go.
We got drivers pinballing all over the place off of each other, but the Wizard is up front, and that's Shane Van Gisbergen. 1 to go. Andrew Curlin into turn number 1.
White flag, Chad. White flag.
Shane Van Gisbergen, but this is the closest Austin Hill has been in the last couple of laps. SVG still maneuvers his way out front. One final time for Shane Van Gisbergen out of turn number 2.
And off-camber exit to turn 2, then under the Allsups Bridge at turn 3. It's a right-hand turn at 4, left-hand at turn 5.
38 truck had an IndyCar driver as one of their spotters.
Technical part of the track, and then he wows down to first gear, hard on the brakes, left-hander return.
Yeah, no problem here, P2. No problem.
Austin Hill is indeed closing from that 2nd spot, but will he have enough time
almost too easy for him,
Less
no?
than a half a lap to run as they enter the stage.
I don't know. I hope the Cup boys give him a better run for his money.
Gisbergen slows into the left-hander turn 12.
Of course, he is a Cup boy
Austin
now.
Hill cutting it down a couple of more car lengths. He's closing in. What was 10 car lengths is down to about 6 as they make their way through the
He is a Cup boy now, Chad.
And 14, Shane Van Gisbergen continuing to keep that cushion of about 5 car lengths back to Austin Hill in the 2nd spot. Sammy Smith runs in 3rd as they hit turn 16 for the final time.
Man, has it been fun to watch Shane Van Gisbergen work out here in Texas today. He's out in front by about 15 car lengths now, making his way down the hill into turn number 19 for the final time today. Takes the car right inside, lets it veer out, way out wide now, headed to turn number 20, and he's headed to victory lane. What a run for Shane Van Gisbergen.
Shane Van Gisbergen has been winless in every series at Circuit of the Americas. That is about to change. Someone's about to get a rugby ball as Shane Van Gisbergen takes the checkered flag and wins the Focus Held 250 here at Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas.
And Van Gisbergen wins in Austin, Texas at COTA.
Smith, Jesse Love, Corey Day rounding out the top 5, and Corey Day's going to have a little explaining to do, not just to Connor Zilic, but there's a few other cars out there.
Yeah, Daniel Suarez, we saw that situation involving.
Definitely, he has the talent. You know, he's fast.
SVG wins. SVG wins. SVG wins.
Engine screaming in the Carolina heat. Dust and rubber burning on the concrete street. Turn it up loud for the talk of the track. Valhalla's on the mic and he's never looking back. Green flag drops and the thunder begins. Welcome to the show where the family wins. Valhalla leads the charge with the headset on. Streaming live from the dusk till the early dawn. Beside him is the boss, the CO in command. His wife keeps it steady, the best in the land. And don't forget the General Thor's on the beat. Four-legged legend making the circle complete. We're talking gear, HEOs in the draft in the turn. Watching every single gallon of the high-octane burn. Valhalla Sports Talk. Yeah, we're riding the wall. Berserkers in the front, we're standing tall. Big homies represent, let the engines roar. We're kicking down the gates and we're breaking the door. From the infield party to the checkered flag. Got the winner circle spirit in the victory bag.
Yo in the house.
Valhalla Sports Talk. Smell the charcoal and grease in the sea of speed. We find our own peace. Got a cold beer dripping in the sun.
All right, here's your run through the field, chat.
Started and it's never done. Beautiful women waving flags in the stands while the V homies cheer with the drinks in their hands. Berserkers going wild, yeah, they're bringing the noise. Playing with the fastest of the big track toys. Fried chicken, barbecue,
what
and
happened?
the smell of the tire. Valhalla's got the channel setting spirits on fire. White flag waving, one lap to go. Heartbeat racing, put on a show. Rubbing is racing, paint on the floor. Push it to the limit, give me some more. Valhalla Sports Talk. Yeah, we're riding the wall. Berserkers in the front, we're standing.
Captain Beast. That slide at the end he does on purpose. I thought he was losing it.
From the infield party to the checkered flag. Got the winner circle spirit in the victory. Valhalla Sports Talk. He's diving to the inside, clearing the pack, leaving all the rivals.
All right, we never got above 100 in the chat, y'all. So it's 3,000 views, a little over 3,000. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, after this stream, I'll shut her down and we'll have Lakers versus Golden State Warriors. And then tomorrow, the Cup race. The Cup race tomorrow on the channel. So yeah, thank you everybody. I want to thank the Berserkers and the V homies. I don't think we did much on the subscriber side today. I picked up 5. It looks like picked up 5. But this is our new deal, y'all. We're not going to be doing these. SVG. He don't have no left tire. I ain't got no left rear tire. Climbs to the top of that number 9. Arms held high in victory. Lakers need to impress me tonight, says Theo. I hear you, bro. Bob Phipps is late, but hello. What's up, Bobby? What's going on, Bobby? What is going on, Mr. Phipps? But yeah, y'all. So 31,575 is the subscriber count. Current member count. Those are the V homies. 282. So we're getting a lot more of them since they lowered it. They finally allowed me lower gifted subs to $1. So that helps us out. We're really pushing hard for that 300, and then we'll set our sights on emoji number 21. SVG just kicked his racing helmet, and he almost got it all the way into the stands. Ouch. Bar hopping today, says Bobby Phipps. I can't believe he kicked that helmet like that. So I'm going to go off here. I'm going to go off, and I'll be back up in about an hour and a half, chat. Actually, about 2 hours and a half. 2 hours and a half for the start of Lakers Warriors. I'll catch you guys later. This is Captain Goody. Good fun day. Let me do points. Let me do the betting business. What was he driving? Chevy. Line up SVG to be the Vikings punter. All right, I'm out of here, y'all. Everybody have a great rest of your day. If you do the basketball thing, we'll see you in a few hours for Lakers, Warriors. For now, though, Valhalla Sports Talk is off the air. Peace, everybody. Where's my race car?
The sun is beating down on the asphalt plains. 40,000 horses pulling on the reins. I can feel the rumble in the hollow of my chest. Today we put the metal and the spirit to the test. Mechanics in the pit with the grease on their hands. A sea of colors rising in the crowded stands. A green flag drops and the world goes blurred. The loudest thunder that you ever have heard. It's a high-speed chase for a crown of gold. Stories of the legends that have yet to be told. Banked on the edge where the rubber meets the bone. Fighting for the lead and the glory alone. Left turn, living at 200 per hour. Chasing down the dream and the engine power. Chasing down the dream and the engine power. Drafting on the bumper of the number 3. Looking for a gap that the others can't see. Paint color swapping on the backstretch run. Getting real hot underneath the southern sun. My vision is a tunnel and my heart is a drum. Waiting for the moment when the openings come. I'm white knuckle tied on the carbon fiber wheel. Guided by the spirit and the strength of the steel. It's a high-speed chase for a crown of gold. Stories of the legends that have yet to be told. Banked on the edge where the rubber meets the bone. Fighting for the lead and the glory alone. Left turn, living at 200 per hour. Chasing down the dream and the engine power. Chasing down the dream and the engine power. Three wide through the tri-oval floor. Can't hear the radio above the roar. The checkered flag is waiting in the hazy heat. Decided by an inch or a fraction of a beat. It's a high-speed chase for a crown of gold. Stories of the legends that have yet to be told. Banked on the edge where the rubber meets the bone. Fighting for the lead and the glory alone. Left turn, living at 200 per hour. Chasing down the dream and the engine power. Burn the tires down till the smoke fills the sky. Underneath the lights where the champions fly. Yeah, we're rolling home. Engine screaming in the Carolina heat, dust and rubber burning on the concrete street. Turn it up loud for the talk of the track. Valhalla's on the mic and he's never looking back. Green flag drops and the thunder begins. Welcome to the show where the family wins. Valhalla leads the charge with the headset on, streaming live from the dusk till the early dawn. Beside him is the boss, the CO in command. His wife keeps it steady, the best in the land. And don't forget the General Thor's on the beat. Four-legged legend making the circle complete. We're talking gear, HEOs in the draft in the turn, watching every single gallon of the high-octane burn. Valhalla Sports Talk. Yeah, we're riding the wall. Berserkers in the front, we're standing tall. We homies represent, let the engines roar. We're kicking down the gates and we're breaking the door. From the infield party to the checkered flag, got the winner circle spirit in the victory bag. Valhalla Sports Talk. Valhalla Sports Talk. Walk through the infield, smell the charcoal and grease. In the sea of speed, we find our own peace. Got a cold beer dripping in the summer sun. The party's just started and it's never done. Beautiful women waving flags in the stands, while the V homies cheer with the drinks in their hands. Berserkers going wild, yeah, they're bringing the noise. Playing with the fastest of the big track toys. Fried chicken, barbecue, and the smell of the tire. Valhalla's got the channel setting spirits on fire. White flag waving, one lap to go. Heartbeat racing, put on a show. Rubbing is racing, paint on the floor. Push it to the limit, give me some more. Valhalla Sports Talk. Yeah, we're riding the wall. Berserkers in the front, we're standing tall. V homies represent, let the engines roar. We're kicking down the gates and we're breaking the door. From the infield party to the checkered flag, got the winner circle spirit in the victory. Valhalla Sports Talk. Valhalla Sports Talk. Valhalla Sports Talk. He's diving to the inside, clearing the pack, leaving all the rivals on the back of the track. Across the start finish, hear the crowd go insane. Valhalla's name etched in the hall of the flame. Burnouts in the grass, hey. Smoke filling the air, hey. Another Nascar win, hey. Nothing else can compare.